Bottom line viewers, it's Mitch back here with another NFL live stream. San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks, the NFC West showdown. Jimmy Garoppolo and the undefeated 49ers take on the MVP favorite, Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, and the Seahawks. This game, highly anticipated Monday Night Football game, about to kick it off right now. Seattle Seahawks about to kick it deep to the 49ers. 49ers are getting the ball first here in this matchup. Let me know in the comment section live who you guys believe is going to win, as the kickoff is gone, and that's a touchback. So the 49ers will get the ball at the 25-yard line to start the showdown in the West. All right, guys, so I'm here. We're going to talk some 49ers, some Seahawks. This game, I'll provide commentary, go back and forth with you guys through the comment section if you're here live. Don't forget to Gronk spike the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're new, it's Mitch of The Bottom Line View, and I hope you subscribe. Let's have some fun here on Monday night. Handoff on the first play to Tevin Coleman. Gets about a yard on the first play for the 49ers. So that is going to be a key to the game. The 49ers, their ability to run the football is always a key for them. That's what they want to do offensively. They want to be able to run the football. They want to be able to set up the play action through the run, and that's exactly how they start the game. If the 49ers are able to run the ball, that opens up the entirety of Kyle Shanahan's offense. They're without George Kittle today, so that's going to be a big loss for them offensively. Their best playmaker, arguably the best player on their team, is out. A loss of a yard there on second down. Big play by the Seahawks. Seahawks, overall defensively, pretty decent versus the run. You know, they're not excellent. They're not in the top tier. But they're definitely better than they are versus the pass. They're one of the worst teams defending the pass in the NFL. So I believe, just like it was last week on a primetime game on Thursday night, that it's going to be a Jimmy Garoppolo game. At least he's going to have to come through in this game for the 49ers to win. So Garoppolo, his first pass of the game is complete. And that is complete to number 84. That's a first down to the 49ers 40-yard line. 13 minutes, 30 seconds, just a little bit over a minute and a half. So that was born on the catch. First catch of the game and first reception of the game for either team. First down. So the 49ers, they want to keep Russell Wilson on the sidelines. They want to control the game through their offense. We know their defense is good, but if their offense can stay on the field, then the defense doesn't even have to worry about defending the MVP. So that looks like a flag on the Seahawks, possibly an encroachment penalty. We'll have to see what goes down on this next play. What's going on, guys, in the chat? Mr. Wong says, go Hawks. Robot Guy says, yo, what's up? Paul says, how's it going? What's going on, Paul? Paul says, I have some good jokes about the 49ers, but they're from the 80s, and I probably could get in trouble with them. Busboy says, I agree, Paul. Charlie is in the chat. Browns Nation is in the chat. He says, hi, dude. Browns fan here. I watched your projections on the week, and you were talking trash about my team. Yeah, they haven't been good this year, so I think that trash talk has been backed up at least. Incomplete pass by Jimmy G on 1st and 5, as they got the 5-yard penalty from the Seahawks going offside. But the Browns did win the game. I would still say they won it luckily, Browns Nation, but nonetheless they won a game, so you should feel good. Rebecca says, just stopping by to say go Niners, that is all. What's going on, Rebecca? Robot Guy says, week of upsets so far. Yeah, so maybe the Seahawks are in for an upset in this game. We'll have to see. Charlie says, Seahawks should hold this offense, and Russell needs some skill. Don't know what that means. Russell needs some skill. Do you mean he needs more help? 2nd and 5. Fake the handoff to Coleman. Garoppolo gets hit, and good coverage by Griffin on the play. So that is incomplete. 3rd and 5. Big 3rd and 5 upcoming. Kevin Durkant says, let's go Tevin Coleman. It's 1 in the morning, says Charlie. Where is it 1 in the morning, bro? It's 8:20 here. Are you in, like, Europe? Browns Nation says, I live in Wisconsin, so they're my second favorite team. The Packers. Third and 5. Garoppolo got good time, but he's picked! He's picked off by Griffin. And the corner Griffin, not the linebacker. And that is returned to the 45-yard line of the 49ers. Big momentum play for the Seahawks. So the Seahawks are set up with good field position. Russell Wilson is set up with good field position on his first drive. And that's exactly what the Seahawks wanted. That's exactly what the 49ers didn't want. But there is a flag on the play, so that might actually completely turn what happened on this play. We'll have to see if this is pass interference on either team. And it is a holding on the defense. So the pick does not count. The 49ers get lucky, if you ask me. That's the first down. Let's see this holding. So they had one safety deep. So I think they called it on Jamar Taylor, who's the slot corner on Kendrick Bourne. Okay, so Bourne, it looked like he tugged him from behind. That was a little weak, if you ask me. The receiver fell down, so I understand why the call was made. But the physical contact wasn't a ton to really make it a pure holding call. Like, I don't even really know if he tugged him at all. He just kind of touched him on the back, and then the receiver fell down. I'm not so sure about that. But we'll have to see if the refereeing becomes a big issue in this game, because that's already one big play that's taken away from the Seahawks. Coach says 21-17 for the Seahawks. Kevin Durkant says, Mitch, I'm down by 8 points and have Tevin Coleman. Will I win or no? I will say that you win. Charlie wants to know about my view on the Patriots' loss and the Miami Dolphins. I've already talked quite a bit about the Patriots' loss. They didn't play well. They were out-coached, out-schemed. They weren't prepared for what the Baltimore Ravens threw at them. And the Ravens are a unique team, so you can't really prepare for it in any other way than just playing them multiple times in a season. So I kind of feel like the Ravens played a good game, offensively especially. I did like some of the things I saw from the offense, particularly Mohamed Sanu. I think the Patriots will bounce back, probably even this week, but going forward and just seeing them progress, I think you need to lose games like this to understand what your flaws are. On 3rd and 6, Emmanuel Sanders catches the ball about a yard short, but there is a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to also be on the Seattle Seahawks, so that will give them an automatic first down. As for the Dolphins, I'm kind of confused as to why they're deciding to win now, but I have to give credit to Brian Flores, who's doing a good job. Josh Gordon, I do not believe is playing in this game, but as Rock Lee says, Josh Gordon will be back to help the team. Kevin Durkant asks Mitch, why did you lose to Team Klein? I think you can blame that on Ezekiel Elliott. That's why I lost. 1st and 10. 11 minutes. 15 seconds left. The 49ers still have the ball after a no pick. Jimmy G searching, trying to find time, but he is sacked by number 21 on the Seahawks. That's corner Flowers, one of their better corners on the team. So a little corner blitz there on Jimmy G. Jimmy couldn't find anybody open downfield, which is something without George Kittle. You know, who's that guy that's going to get open versus man-to-man coverage with consistency? Emmanuel Sanders, they brought him in to be that guy, but now he's going to have more attention on him. Instead of George Kittle gaining the double team, it'll be Emmanuel Sanders. So Emmanuel Sanders or somebody is going to have to step up. I would like to think it would be the running backs of the Niners. Garoppolo from under center passes over the middle, and that is Emmanuel Sanders for the first down. Jimmy G and Emmanuel Sanders immediately clicked, immediately had chemistry. We're seeing that here. Sanders just has incredible route running ability, great quickness off the line, and he hasn't lost it. A lot of people said he was done after the Achilles, but he's proven that you can come back from that even at his age. Coach said Flash is playing. All right, well, they haven't got on the field yet, so we'll have to see. Dilly Vanilli won in fantasy, by the way. Wow, that's epic because I think he's won 2 games this year. Run CMC says, hi, Mitch. What's going on, Christian McCaffrey? Tough loss for you, buddy, in Green Bay. Graham says, what's up, bro? Your final score. Honestly, I have Seahawks 30-23. I believe on my picks, I picked the Niners like 30. I think I picked them 33-26. But without Kittle, I think that lowers the score probably a little bit. So I'm going to make it, I'm going to say 27-23 for the Niners still. But I do think that the Seahawks definitely have a good chance of winning this game. Now, if the 49ers can continue to possess the ball and wind down half a quarter like they have on this first drive, there is no chance the Seahawks win this game. But if their defense can come up with some plays, then get that ball back to Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson is one of those quarterbacks, maybe only one of like 3 or 4 in the league that is capable of only on like 2 or 3 plays on a drive is able to get a touchdown or, you know, a big play. Jimmy Garoppolo buying some time. Nice little move, shuffle in the pocket. Tries to find his receiver, but it's incomplete. A little bit high on the throw. Was open, though. So that's going to be 4th and 5. That was a 3rd and 5. He set his feet. That looked to be a good throw. I mean, he didn't really step into his throw, though. A little bit inaccurate. And Marquise Goodwin is not a tall receiver, so you can't really expect him to go up there and get it. But there is a Seahawk down on the field. 4th and 5. So probably a field goal upcoming from Robbie Gould. Oh, yeah, Robbie's hurt. That's right. Who is their backup kicker? Let me actually look that up right now. 49ers kicker. Chase McLaughlin. I thought... Okay. Chase McLaughlin is their kicker? Interesting. What do you guys think of the game so far? It's just been about half the first quarter. 49ers have possessed it. McLaughlin is an undrafted 23-year-old rookie from University of Illinois. McLaughlin made 75% of his field goals in college, 44 for 59. He was named the Big Ten Kicker of the Year as a senior in 2018 when he was 20 for 25. He kicked for LA, that's what I thought, for 4 games this season as an injury replacement. I actually thought that he was still on the Chargers. He made 6 of 9 field goal attempts, including a long of 50 yards. He missed 48, 43, and 42 yards. So, just don't make him kick from 40, which actually this is probably where it's at. Gould has struggled at times this season with the lowest field goal conversion rate of his career, 65%. A lot of those were due to the snap, I think, and the hold, more so than Robbie. But nonetheless, he hasn't been the best anyways, so it hasn't been like they're missing a top-tier kicker. Rick Babboy says Flowers is greater than the Griffin. The Griffmeister. Interesting. I know that most people look at Griffin as the number 1, but I don't necessarily disagree. I do like Flowers quite a bit. He's long, tall, physical. He's kind of like a Legion of Boom corner a little bit. He's got that same makeup to him. Kevin Durkant says Gronk spike the like praying Sanders doesn't get another catch. I'm assuming you're playing him in fantasy. What happened to the Saints, Galaxy? What happened to the Saints, Turtle? Turtle, I thought the Saints were unbeatable. I thought they were the best team in football, bro. What happened? All right. Field goal upcoming on the 4th and 5. 8:24 left in the first, and this is from 43, so he's most likely to miss it. All right. He puts it up, and it's good. That was accurate. Nice kick. Not too much power. Just got it done. That's what you like to see from your kicker. Turtle says it was a division game. Not too worried. Bro, they played arguably the worst team in the NFC, and they lost. Come on, man. He says Teddy would have won. So you think Teddy is better than Breeze at this point? You think he should replace Drew or what? Galaxy says we fell apart. That's gonna come up in my top 10 teams. Kevin Durcan is bringing up 37-20. Like that's a big deal to me for some reason. And then says 18-1 forever at Mitch. Apparently Eli was on the Fox pregame show talking about the Super Bowl. The Patriots Super Bowls. Ray says score. Now it's 3-0. I just have to change it. So the Seahawks are getting the ball back. Three nothing Niners. Charlie says, Mitch, which jersey is the Brady one? That Brady jersey is from Michigan. His Michigan jersey. He wore number 10 in Michigan. Okay, Seahawks on the field. Russell Wilson hands off to Carson, and he gets about 3. I am going to say, not a lot of people have talked about it really for this matchup, but I really feel like Chris Carson and the rushing attack of the Seahawks is massive to if they win this game or not, because just like on the other side, whoever can dictate the pace of play and hold the ball from the other offense is going to have a good chance of winning. But also, you need to be able to slow down this pass rush. And a good way of slowing down a pass rush is effectively just taking yards on the ground. Riri says that her ESPN is lagging. Why do the Saints and the Atlanta Falcons play on Thanksgiving for like the 18th year in a row? All right, 3rd and 2. First 3rd and 2 for the 49ers defense and the Seahawks offense. Lockett, Turner, Metcalf, Carson, and Wilson are the starters. Wilson is under pressure, and right away, first 3rd down, the defensive line of the 49ers comes through and sacks Russell Wilson. That can't be a trend for the Seahawks, or else they're done. Dunskies, just one-on-one. Holy smokes, just ran over, bro. Look at this. Jones just ran that man over, and Russell Wilson had no chance. Rick Badboy says 49ers will be one and done in the playoffs thanks to Jimmy G. Why are you hating on the man, Jimmy? Kevin Durkant says, go Fins. Yeah, that was just simple. My guy's better than your guy right there on that pass rush. And that could be the case for the 49ers. That's kind of the way that I thought if this game becomes a blowout, it's because the 49ers defensive line dominates the offensive line of the Seahawks. Seth says, shut up. Seahawks are good. Well, the Seahawks are losing, and they just got sacked, so I don't know how else you want me to commentate that. Turtle says the Giants should go for Chase Young. I don't think they'll have an opportunity to, but I mean, I'm sure they would like to have him on their team. What are the chances San Fran blows out Seattle? Asked Kevin Durkant. Their chance of winning, I would say, is about 65%. Their chance of blowing them out is probably like 15%. Rick Badboy wanted to see the bunch formation. Well, Rick, it doesn't matter what formation you have on the field if you can't block one-on-one. I mean, you're done. Kevin Durkant says, if the 49ers blow them out, will we be talking about Seattle as pretenders or 49ers as contenders? I think we're already talking about the 49ers as contenders, and if you're not, you are behind and you need to catch up with society. Otherwise, Seattle, if they lose, it depends. If they get blown out, then yeah, I think we could put them in that pretender conversation, although I kind of already have them in that conversation. Don't get me wrong, I think the Seahawks are a good team, but I just don't see them as a true contender. That's just my opinion. Riri says, geez, I heard you screaming that sack coming too funny. Watching it, then it happened. That's what I'm here for. What's going on, Ultra? He says, you see the Atlanta game. I saw some of it. And what I saw was the Falcons' offensive line, or not offensive line, defensive line, specifically Grady Jarrett and who was the other? Claiborne, dominating. Like, those two guys were just dominant in that game. That's the reason why they won, really. 1st and 10. Fake the handoff, and that's complete to Debo, the rookie, is at the 40 and to the 42 of the 49ers. Big play on 1st down by the 49ers. That's how they create their big plays. They'll fake you and get you with the run. That sucks the linebackers up. That allows Jimmy G to hit behind. So as you can see in the replay, if you're watching the game, I mean, Bobby Wagner sucks in. All their linebackers suck in to play the run because that run is so effective and you have to worry about it. And then just like that, Deebo Samuel, who some are saying this could be his breakout game today. Big play there. So there's another Seahawk down on the field. We'll have to check out. I don't know who it is, but we'll have to check out after this commercial. Social Assassin says, I think Seattle's offense is very scary. I would agree. I think Seattle's offense is actually the best it's been in quite a few seasons. I'd probably say since about 2015, like this is the best it's been. Now that also might be because Russell Wilson is just having to pass more. They're having to score more points because their defense isn't as good. It could be one or the other, but just the way Russell Wilson is playing, you know, makes me believe that this is the best offense they've had in a while. Dennis says hi. What's going on, Dennis? Turtle says, if your team has a losing record, don't say anything in the chat. Rick Badboy says, Mitch, I'd rather us run the ball there and fail. Bunch formation. There's no quick pass option. All right. Robot Guy says, Christmas Ultra is back. Turtle says, besides Kevin, you get a pass. Ultra says, yeah, but beating the Aints 26-9 was good and it was funny. He's back and he declares himself back to Robot. YBKN01. Okay. I think that's something to do with Brooklyn in there. I'm not sure. Says, hey, can I get a shout out for Clemson Beast Hunter Renfrow? I think he is clearly underrated by everyone. I thought Hunter Renfrow was going to be drafted by my Patriots, so, you know, I was a little disappointed that he didn't. But I think you saw in college that he's just a very smart player. He just understands football. He's a gamer. He's going to come up with the clutch catch. I don't think he's the most athletically gifted receiver there ever has been or there ever will be. And even from a white slot receiver standards, he is not very athletic. But, you know, you kind of see some comparisons of like a Cole Beasley, a little bit of like a Danny Amendola. And if he can be that good, then he's going to have a successful career. Either way, so far as a rookie, I think he's fit in quite well with the Raiders, and he's doing exactly what they wanted him to do. He's growing every game, and John Gruden loves the guy, and he's a fighter. He's exactly what the Raiders want on their team. First and 10. Flag on the play. 5 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first. Trivia asks, was it a pick or not? Do you mean the one earlier? I was a little harsh on the call. I didn't really love that call, but nonetheless, I called it back. Wes says, 49ers fans, where y'all been these past season? I think he means this past season. 49ers fans, let them know. Beach Boss says, how about them Bucks? I think we kind of knew that they were going to win that game. All right, so Niners are into Seahawks territory at the 48. First and 5. Kyle Juszczyk is back. Staley, I believe, is back. McGlinchey is back. But George Kittle is out. Kyle Shanahan wearing his patented hat. Handoff to Tevin Coleman. He's got a hole to the 30, to the 26. Tevin Coleman with a big gashing run. The first good run the 49ers have had all game, even though they've had the ball for about 10 minutes of this first quarter. Boom, boom. Ultra calls the Raiders playoff contenders. Social Assassin asks if Gronk will come back. Handoff to Coleman again for a couple of yards. So that'll be 2nd and 8. I do not think Gronk will come back, but it really seems like Kraft and the Patriots as a team are pushing hard for him to come back. Trivia says, Mitch, I was talking about the interception in the Finns-Colts game. Ebron was clearly down. I don't think I saw that. I'm sorry. Ultra says Niners are easily the best team in the NFC. Ultra, don't say that too loud or else Saints and Packers fans will attack you. Jimmy Garoppolo with the throw over the middle to his go-to, Emmanuel Sanders. His new go-to. You can just see Jimmy Garoppolo's swagger. His confidence is off the charts right now. I mean, this guy's playing way better than he was early this year. I think a lot of it is having Emmanuel Sanders. I think a lot of it is just the time and the ability to study his opponents. And I think something with having a good coordinator, having a good offensive scheme, you gain more confidence every single game because you know your coach is putting you in a position to succeed. And you know that every game, as the more games that go on, the more weeks that go on, Shanahan's going to have more plays. He's going to have more things to dissect defenses with. And that helps Jimmy Garoppolo. But Garoppolo, I've really liked what I've seen so far in this game. His pocket mobility has been nice. Accuracy has been on point. Decision-making has been there. And the receivers are getting open. No concern so far without George Kittle. And the Seahawks need to find a way to get off the field. They need to find a way to maybe sell out and blitz. They need to do something. Create a turnover. Get off the dang field. Spartan's Life says, what's my Super Bowl pick? I don't know. My Super Bowl pick before the season was Patriots and Eagles. But I do not believe the Eagles will probably make it there. But we'll have to see. Usually I change my pick come playoff time when I put out my playoff predictions. Handoff to, I believe that's Breida for a couple of yards. So 49ers looking for the first touchdown of the game. Fact or fiction, Kyle Shanahan will win Coach of the Year. I'm leaning towards fact, but he could lose it to one of the other coaches that's doing a great job as well. If John Gruden finds a way to make the playoffs, if Mike Tomlin finds a way to make the playoffs, I think either one of those could win Coach of the Year, but I think Shanahan is the favorite. 2nd and 7, motion from Samuel. The 49ers are pointing at the defense saying, hey, they jumped. And Pete Carroll, as always, hands on the knees, gum in the mouth, chewing. Ultra predicted Atlanta to be 12-4, laughing faces. Spartan says, is Jimmy G a top-tier quarterback? No, but I think right now you would have to consider him in the average category, but I think this season he's playing around, I would say he's around number 15-ish, somewhere in there. Oh, that could have been horse collar on Clowney. Couple yard gain on the reverse. Little jet pass. Which the jet pass, I always find that it's kind of like a gimmicky way to get passing yards. Like those quarterbacks, like Mahomes, for example. Some of these guys get a lot of passing yards just from jet passes. Because technically it's a pass. Not taking anything away from guys like Mahomes. Just saying, statistically, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Garoppolo floats back and hits his man. That is Bourne. That is Matt Damon. Bourne. Ultimatum. Touchdown, 49ers. 9-0. And of course, as predicted, 49ers moving the ball at will. Will the Seahawks defense make a play? Will they get off the field? Seahawks also need to be able to go toe-to-toe with this offense. Can they do it? They couldn't on the first drive. And the extra point is good. So that's 10-0. Jimmy Garoppolo playing like a beast. Bourne making some plays. The run game gashing. No Kittle, no problem. That's what I always say. There's just chirps flying in this chat right now. Guys, there's 57 people in the chat. What's going on? If you haven't already, make sure that you do Gronk spike the like button, and as Coach says, great play calling. Yep. Especially, you'll see, especially over the first couple of drives. Like, this is how I think about it. Like, with the best play callers in the game, like Kyle. You see it with the Patriots as well with McDaniels. Like, the first couple of drives, you can see all the game plan stuff come out. And it's harder to be a play caller as the game continues to go on because you do lose your plays. But that's really where a great play caller can have the biggest advantage in a game is early on, the ability to gain a lead. And that's exactly, Kyle's put his team in a good position early on with some great play calls. Just the way, I think the thing that I like about Kyle and his play calling the most is just the way that he is able to create an offense where everything looks the same and all his concepts are very, very similar. Like a run play will look identical to a play action. So it makes it that much more difficult for the defense to diagnose exactly what's coming. A use of a lot of motion, putting the players in the right positions to succeed, understanding the skill set of the receivers, of the running backs, and putting them in good spots. And Garoppolo, has had very easy reads. I've said that Garoppolo's played well, which he has, but pretty much every time in this game, the first guy he looks to is open. And when the first guy you look to is open, it's easy to play quarterback. Social Assassin says the Pats defense is better than the 49ers. Jonathan says the 49ers defense is the best, which I'm sure that's where Social addressed that comment. Ultra says, Party says, I got 205 points one week in my Goat House fantasy. Party, are you the GOAT of fan? Party! Wait. Hold up. Party's in the chat. Party has not been in the chat enough this year. I think we need to get on Party. The rest of you guys, that you need to get on Party for not being in the chat. Party, how did your team lose to the Dolphins? Please let me know. Tyler Lockett to the 30. 7 Deep says, if the Hawks can make adjustments, don't count them out. They're a proven team in big games. I'm not counting them out, 7. I'm just curious because I think they need to start playing right now because, you know, this isn't the Bucks. The 49ers are a lot better than the Bucks. Specifically, when the 49ers, they have one of the top 2 defenses in the league. So you're not going to be playing the Bucks defense where you're just going to be able to come back in games. You know, you're going to have to stay in this game right now because if this game gets to 17-0, I understand it's Russell Wilson, but it's going to be very, very difficult the more that the 49ers continue to gain possession of the ball, wear out the Seahawks defense. It's that much more difficult on the defense. Hand off to Carson for a couple of yards as they show Josh Gordon in the game for the first time. And I'm interested to see how Josh Gordon works in this offense. I just think, you know, this isn't like a team that the Seahawks have played. I think it's probably a little bit similar to the Saints where, yeah, the Seahawks sort of got back in that game, but not really. You know, the game was over by the time they were able to come back. Bro, Party is trivia? I didn't even know that. I thought these were 2 completely different people. Anyways, 3rd down upcoming. Only 1 minute left in the first quarter. Talking about Josh Gordon, I think the way he fits in is Quan Alexander out for the season. That's sad. Josh Gordon, I think he fits in. He's going to help replace Will Disley at tight end as that big red zone guy. I think he'll fit in running some downfield routes, which the Seahawks are good at, running some slants down the field that's broken up by the 49ers on 3rd and 6, and the Seahawks will have to punt. But yeah, I think Josh Gordon might not be what he used to be in terms of speed or ability. That was intended for Metcalf, just good defense there. Better coverage on the play. But very physical. That's what you got to be on Metcalf. He's a big boy. He's gonna try and body you, but you can't let him. And that's exactly what I think Gordon gives the Seahawks. They give them another big target like Metcalf, just not as fast at this point in his career. But I do think Gordon does fit the offense of the Seahawks a little bit better than he did New England, because New England is a lot more route running, timing, and quickness based, while the Seahawks offense is a lot, I don't want to put it down and say it's simpler, but it's easier for guys with his physical profile to run that sort of offense and play that sort of way. Party says, Mitch, I love your channel. I watch all your vids. Thank you, Party. I didn't know you were trivia. Kevin Nurkant says the 49ers might actually beat the Seahawks by 30. Spartan says new sub and post notifications on. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Guys, if you don't have post notifications, this is a cheap plug for Spartan saying that. If you don't have post notifications on, please put those post notifications on, because not only does it help me, but it helps you guys. Because if you want to see videos from me, the best way to see them is right away via notification. You never miss a video if you're notified. It's just as simple as that. It gets right on your phone. I have it for a bunch of my favorite YouTubers as well, so I use it. It's just a great way to go out there and watch my content if you like my content. And if you want to be one of the first to get in the comment section, one of the first, if it's a fantasy video, ask me a question, you know? One of the first to watch the video. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Laura with a question mark. Laura, why is it Laura with a question mark? Are you not sure? Laura? Like, how do I pronounce it? Is it Laura? Like, how do I say that? It says Tom Brady sucks. I would disagree, but thanks for joining the chat. Showstopper 85 HBK is in the chat. Says, what's up, Mitch? What's going on, man? What's going on, Shawn Michaels? Trivia. Bro, you're confusing me. Trivia, and then we got party, and then we have trivia. I don't even know. Can we just pick one, bro? He says, Mitch, do you think Brissett is an MVP candidate? No, but I think he's good. I think he's played well, and I think he is a big reason why the Colts are doing well, because as you see, with a guy like Brian Hoyer, they're not nearly as good. Raiders Nation says, reactions from Thursday night game. I was impressed by the Raiders. They just have a lot of heart. I think that was awesome to see in the black hole. They were rowdy. Derek Carr played a good game. Jacobs kind of put some people on notice who haven't seen him play this year. Like, wow, that guy is legit. He is a superstar. And their offensive line played well. Defensively, I thought that they actually played one of their better games this season. You know, they were after Phillip Rivers. They were causing turnovers. They were confusing him a little bit. They were pressuring him a lot. So that was good to see. And I think the Raiders are in a good spot right now if they want to be able to make the playoffs. Sammy says, why did they call roughing the passer on Gerald McCoy? I don't know. It's the refs. And the Packers get a lot of calls. Just ask the Lions. Rick Badboy says, Jimmy G will get us back in the game. Just got to stop the run. Rick Badboy is not a fan of Jimmy G. 49ers fans, you need to straighten that guy out. Social Assassin says, Tom Brady sucks. Comments shouldn't even be entertained. I like to entertain them because I think they're funny. Rick Badboy says, Mitch, is Dilly still in good health after that Cowboys loss? He actually didn't say anything after they legitimately lost, but he was at the game. You could probably tweet him and he'd let you know. But I'll have to ask him. I think he's fine because the Vikings are a good team, but who knows? Spartan's Life says, I'm headed out. I got school tomorrow. See you, Mitch. Thank you, Spartans, for joining. Kevin Durkant is not wrong when he says the Chiefs suck. KJ Wright, 794 career tackles. That's a lot of tackles. 3rd and 8. Jimmy G time, Rick Badboy. He motions Dwelly, who has one of the greatest tight end names in NFL history. He blocks. He throws it short to Tevin Coleman, but Kevin Durkant's man could not get enough for the first down. Kevin Durkant, man, that's not enough yards for you to win in fantasy, bro. 4th down. 14 minutes left in the first half, and the 49ers, for the first time this game, I believe, will have to punt. Is there another guy sitting beside the punter? Why is he doing that? Bro, what is this? What is this formation? There is a guy lined up by the punter. Is it because he gets a running start? Holy smokes! I guess it sort of worked. But there's flags everywhere because I think that's running into the receiver. You know, not allowing the guy to catch the ball on the punt return. That was an interesting formation. I didn't mind that. Was that Marquise Goodwin who had the start there? Because that makes sense because Marquise Goodwin is fast as crap. Yeah, that was Marquise Goodwin. So I guess giving an American sprinter an opportunity for a head start is not a bad idea. But I have not seen that formation maybe ever in my life. That was kind of cool. Coach says, what about Lamar? Is he better than Vic? Now, this is interesting because it's hard to judge because Lamar is in an era where, and I will give the Ravens and Harbaugh a lot of credit in regards to they've put Lamar in a perfect situation to succeed. They're playing to his strengths. He's running the ball and design runs a lot. He has a strong offensive line. They paired him with a running back who suits him, you know, fits, is a difference to his skill set. Like, Mark Ingram's a power guy. He's a speed guy, so it complements him well. And then he drafted a receiver in Marquise Brown who's really fast and can help them in downfield passing. So Lamar Jackson has been put in a perfect offense to help him shine. And I'm not taking anything away from Lamar Jackson. That's actually also a positive because that shows you that the Ravens, without Lamar Jackson or without that specialness that is Lamar Jackson, they are not a good. They're not. I would even go to say they're not a good team. You know, I think they're a very good team with Lamar, and without Lamar, I think they're, you know, RG3. If they had RG3 there, maybe they're okay. But like a normal traditional, like if they had Joe Flacco, they're a bad team because they cannot run that sort of offense with the talent that they have. Lamar Jackson makes everyone on his team better. He makes the run game better. He makes the receivers better. He makes the offensive line better. He's that dynamic. I think he's the most dynamic runner in the league right now. There's a flag on the play on the Seahawks for false start on a Fetty. Yeah, I think Lamar Jackson's the most dynamic runner in the league right now. But when it comes to Michael Vick, like, he never had that type of offense. He was never surrounded by that. He was never surrounded by the talent that complemented him as well. He just kind of was more of the scrambler type and was playing in a traditional offense just with the abilities of Lamar Jackson, pretty much. I would say Vick was a better passer, at least at this point in Lamar's career. But Lamar right now as a runner, I think the key that he has over Vick is that he's able to do it on design plays and more often and doesn't get hit as much, while Vick was injury prone. So those are the pros and cons. I think Lamar right now, if I had to say, he's a better runner than Vick was. But as a complete player, I still think I might have to give the edge to Vick. But we'll have to see as this completely unwinds. Because we have not seen Lamar in just a game where he's having to play from the shotgun or just having to pass every play. Because he's just too good as a runner where he's never had to. Russell Wilson moves up in the pocket on 2nd and 15. And Russell Wilson is showing off his legs. He gets 13 on the carry, so that's going to set up a 3rd and short. Am I the only person that has never liked Russell Wilson's helmet? Seriously. Trivia says Dolphins are greater than the Colts. Colts are greater than the Chiefs. Ravens are greater than the Pats. Dolphins are the best team in the NFL. 3rd and 4. Russell Wilson under pressure right away, and he is sacked once again by the 49ers. Number 1 pass rush in the league. The 49ers are dominating up front once again in a key situation on a key down. And let's see what happened here. So Carson, he misses his block. He should have picked up the linebacker on the blitz. 49ers sent 5. And really, that's just confusion. That wasn't really just pure beating one-on-one. That was mostly about scheme and confusion there. So I'll give credit to the scheme of the 49ers on that play. And they must have seen something on tape that they could take advantage of. And that's exactly what happened there because Carson missed his guy. I believe the guard didn't block his guy either. So that caused clear path for Russell Wilson to hit the ground. Trivia says, I started Hoyer this week, and that totally went well. Go Matt Breida, says Trivia. How far do I think the Raiders get in the playoffs? I think due to their defense, they're likely a one and done, but I'd like to see them win a game. Laura says, who do you think will win? I have to say the 49ers. Kevin Durkant says, this pass rush. He actually said, bruh, this pass rush. Laura says, all of you are clowns. Sorry, Laura said that. Kevin said, we need to see Lamar Jackson in an Andy Reid offense to compare him to Michael Vick. All right. That one season with Vick in Philly, was insane. Insane. That was also an issue with Vic, though. Like, Lamar has shown that he can both avoid hits and not take them, and that keeps him on the field. With Vic, he was injured a lot more. Turtle says, can't wait for the Saints to play these clowns. Saints fans, after losing to Atlanta by over 10 points, are chirping 49ers fans. Interesting. Paco says Tom Brady made out with his son on the mouth. Thank you for that. Dormont says, or I'll just call him Voltage. Dormont Voltage says, do you think the Steelers will make the playoffs? I've heard that their schedule is very easy, and as you listed, Browns, Bengals, Browns, Cardinals, Bills, Jets, Ravens. I think they're going to end up 9-7. I think they're going to just miss, but I think they'll give it a good run. Yeah, Vic did not have a good work ethic. That's a good point. I heard stories that Vic would literally just, like, walk into practice without knowing the plays and just, like, go into the huddle and, like, just jungle football, like, backyard football. Like, just do it. Like, do something. Like, he would just play, which is incredible. But at the same time, like, that shows his work ethic, that he was not a guy to really study the tape and go overboard. It wasn't actually until Philadelphia where he became that complete player. And it was a little too late because he was a little bit older. He was already in his 30s. Riri is going to be polite and positive tonight. That's first. Imagine says, come on, Seahawks, go Pats. I don't get it. Rob says, fact or fiction, Rams missed the playoffs. I think after that loss to Pittsburgh, I think you have to say that's a miss the playoffs. Garoppolo under center, hands off to Tevin Coleman. And that's a yard, maybe 2. So 9:50 left in the second, third down coming up. 50 people in the chat. 32 Gronk spikes. We need 50 Gronk spikes. Do any of you guys, I know everyone always asks me, but do any of you guys think Gronk's going to come back this year? 3rd and 8. Bourne motions in. Clowney with the pressure, but Garoppolo completes it. Bourne with 2 spin moves. Not 1 spin move, but 2 spin moves, and he gets the first down. Staley just gets welcome to the NFL again, old man. Clowney throws down Jimmy, but Jimmy's able to complete that ball under the pressure and get the first down. Bourne. Something that has impressed me about Jimmy is his ability under pressure. Oh, it's Emmanuel Sanders is hurt. Emmanuel Sanders is going to the locker room. That's not a good sign. Pitch out to Matt Breida. He has room. He gets about 5 or 6 yards on a first down carry. So maybe 7 yards. So it's going to be about a 2nd and 3. Looked like he had a lot more room, but that was a good play by the Seahawks defense. So 2nd and 3. What was the best Super Bowl of this decade? I thought I answered that question on the Q&A trivia. Did you not watch that video? More Breida, says trivia / party. Kevin says Gronk isn't working out, not in football shape, so no coming back this year. I agree. Who's your way too early NFC winner prediction? It's between the Niners and the Saints, and after the Saints lose to Atlanta, I kind of want to give the edge to the Niners, but I mean, it could be the Saints. I really think it's between those two. I don't really see anyone else messing with those two, to be honest. Trivia missed the stream. You know what, Trivia? I put it on private. I'll put it back up for you to watch if you like. I'll do it just for you, buddy, if you want. One Pride says, is Chase Young better than both Bozas? I don't know. I have to watch the tape. Nick Bosa was my #1 pass rusher in this year's draft, and maybe my #1 player. It was between him and Quinnen Williams for my #1 player. And, I mean, Bosa's looking like the #1 guy so far. Trivia wants that video back up. Well, I'm not going to put it back up yet. Actually, I should. Actually, I should because I'll forget. So, yeah, I'm going to do that right now. How come the Saints are afforded one choke game of the year, but Patriots aren't, huh? Huh? How about that, huh? Okay, live Q&A is back up if you like to watch it. If you haven't watched it already. I don't put the Packers in their same conversation. I just don't believe in their defense. Has Quinnen done anything? It's kind of hard to know if you've done anything when you play for the Jets, to be quite honest with you. But there is a reason why they traded Leonard Williams. And I think he's a big reason for that. Sammy calls the Saints pretenders. Voltage says Minka, Gilmore, Bosa, or Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year. That is actually a question that I answer in the Q&A if you want to go check that out. Minka has played well, yeah, definitely. Turnover machine. Brighton says Russell Wilson GOAT. Highly debatable statement, but I'll let it pass. Third down. So I was checking out Sanders' injury. Oh, it looks like it was a rib injury. So it looked like when he got hit earlier in the game, it's now affecting the way he's running, which that definitely can happen with your ribs. So he's going back to the locker room. That doesn't look like something that he could probably play through if it's hurting him to run. I doubt it. Garoppolo rolls out to the left and is not able to find a receiver. So Garoppolo, now without George Kittle and Emmanuel Sanders, his top 2 targets, his go-to guys, he now has to punt. Who's better, Jack Doyle or Eric Ebron? I'd like to say Eric Ebron, but I think each of them have strengths and weaknesses to their games that complement each other in a way. New York, though, how have they been playing lately? I mean, they were just shredded by Duck City Magoo, Kyle Allen. I mean, that guy was throwing ducks left and right, and it was connecting somehow. They started the season well, but they've slowly declined. And I don't know if their offense is on that elite level where they can carry a defense that's giving up that many points. Everyone's just in this chat to cheer on their fantasy players. Pass to Breida, says Trivia. Hand off to Carson. He's to the 20 on first down. 7 minutes remaining in the second. I should actually fix that. Why didn't you guys tell me to fix the quarter? You guys are slacking. Let Breida kick the field goal, says Trivia. Do I think Richard Sherman is good? Yes. Fake handoff and a little jet sweep to Tyler Lockett. That was a voice crack, I think. 2 yards by Lockett. So third down upcoming. How many times has Russell Wilson been sacked? I think 2, maybe 3. Excuse me for the yawning, guys. Long day. Voltage says, imagine how great the Seahawks would be with a good offensive line and secondary. Yeah, I mean, you could say that about every team, though. I mean, imagine if this team had this or that team had that. I mean, yeah. They would be good, no doubt about it. Mitch, is Edelman the best postseason receiver of all time? He's second, only behind Jerry Rice, in my opinion. New York Phenom says, but Rodgers is a bad man. Russell Wilson fakes the handoff, screen to former Patriot Hollister, and he gets 9 yards on the first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. Rick Badboy says, I'll take a good secondary. We never have a good offensive line. I will say, when you guys won that Super Bowl and in 2014 when you went back to the Super Bowl, you did have good offensive lines. After that, though, no. Definitely agree with you. Handoff to Carson. Maybe a yard. Who's better? DeMarco Murray, 2014 or Dalvin Cook 2019? That's tough. I want to say Dalvin just because he's doing more. I mean, the Cowboys' offensive line that year was unbelievable, but DeMarco Murray was a beast. I think that's a pretty good question. I think I would have to go with Dalvin Cook slightly. 3rd and 1. Big play for the Seahawks. Fake the handoff. Pressure on Wilson. And it's tipped down again by the 49ers defense. 49ers defense playing big-time football, baby. Big-time football. Now the Seahawks have to decide whether or not they are going to go for it. Yo, John Doe is in the chat? The great John Doe? 4th and 1. Touchback. So, 49ers will get the ball again before the halftime to extend their lead. Kevin Durkant says, Seahawks, why? It's Pete Carroll, bro. Coach said, had a feeling this game would be under 48. A lot of game left to play, but it looks like it so far. Hello, Mitch. Will you be in the Will you be in the AFC Championship game this year? Are you asking, will I be at the game? Are you asking, will the Patriots be in the game? What exactly are you asking? Rick Badboy says he thinks that the Seahawks have the worst coordinators in the NFL. That they're both idiots. Who will end up being better, Boza brothers or Watt brothers? Oof. It's hard to be better than J.J. Watt. It's hard to be better than him. Will I do a video on teams Des Bryant can go to? Maybe. The problem is, man, I don't have a lot of time over these next 2 weeks. Unfortunately. Or else I'd be making more videos. But once I get onto Christmas break, I mean, there's spam videos. Just spam the notification bell with videos. What's going on, John? Did you see your test, Mark? You weren't at class. I called you out to get your test. You weren't there. Too much snow? Couple yards on the carry by Tevin Coleman. What's your reaction on Cherry being fired? Yeah, I feel like they should have just ran it 3 straight times. Maybe even a little read option Russell Wilson run. Jimmy G without a back. He sends his back far out to the right. Jimmy under pressure, and finally the Seahawks get some pressure, and Clowney picks it up, and he runs it back to the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jadeveon Clowney. As Rick the Bad Boy said, Jimmy G will get him back in the game. And it looks like he was right. You know, a little bit of the offensive line. But just a ferocious pass rush here. Let's look at this. So Reed with a nice stunt. And that's Reed. That's all Reed. Reed gets to Jimmy G. Clowney comes off the edge, picks it up, and scores a TD. Clowney also beat Staley around the edge. And that allowed him to get that football. If he doesn't beat that guy around the edge, he likely doesn't get that football. So, I mean, just a couple wins up front, and those have been the big plays of the game so far. Not feeling well. That sucks. I've been there. Yo, I'm sleepy right now. Sleepy. 2:51 left in the first half. It's only the first half. I'm sleepy. Voltage says TJ isn't great, so it's a coincidence the Steelers lead the league in sacks every year since TJ. I don't think you're talking to me, but if you are, I think TJ's very good. He's not JJ yet, though. You know, JJ's three times Defensive Player of the Year. You know how many people have done that in NFL history? I think 2. So, there you go. Are you saying who am I voting for? I'm Canadian, so I'm not voting. Turtle says, I've been saying Jimmy is overrated. Hey, Jimmy also put those 10 points up, so how about that? What are my top 10 quarterbacks playing right now? Russell. Okay, this is in no order, guys. Russell, Lamar, that's 2. Mahomes, Rodgers, 4. Stafford, 5. Brady, 6. I don't want to misname or, like, name the wrong person. Not Jimmy, not Kyler, not Goff. I want to say Dak. I think that's 8. Who am I missing, guys? Am I missing someone? AFC South. Oh, Deshaun. That's 9. $10. I'm going to say Cousins. Two minutes! Oh! Going downfield to Kyle Juszczyk does not connect. And Juszczyk looking a little bit human as he is a fullback trying to make a play like a receiver there. He does drop it. Took a big hit on the back too. I got to put the points up. What if I don't want to put the points up? How about that? 10-7. Dak, baby, Dak. Jimmy G. Dak played great last night. Yeah, a lot of people did bad. 12 people failed, man. 12. He's actually giving people a bump up, though. Because everyone did so bad that he's giving people a bump up. To average it out. Hopefully the final isn't that hard. 3rd and 14. This is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning for the 49ers. And if the Seahawks can get them off the field here, this would be huge. It's going to be a tough conversion, especially without Emmanuel Sanders or George Kittle. Garoppolo with time in the pocket. Throws, and it's looked like it was complete. But I think it's incomplete. And that is... who was that? Selleck? No, who was that? Oh, that's Pettis. Okay, yeah, he didn't control the ball to the ground, so that's definitely an incomplete pass. So just a great play there, great hit in order to knock him out. Just a great play by the Seahawks secondary. So Seahawks will get the ball back. It's a big moment in the game because it's 10-7. 49ers had the ball first. Seahawks now have the ball with 2 minutes left. Russell Wilson do some 2-minute magic. You get a field goal, let's say, and then boom, you get the ball after half, and boom, it's a completely different game. This just turned into an entertaining game. Dak is good. 100% this year. Playing very well. Brissett's good. Not top 10, though. And Ultra, of course, has to include his boy Matty Ice at number 9. Ultra's list is Wilson, Watson, Jackson, Mahomes, Rodgers, Stafford, Dak, Brady, Ryan Cousins. Not a bad list. Trivia says Brissett has a terrible wide receiver corpse. Well, I mean, T.Y. Hilton's injured. Teddy is not in the top 10. Stop. Oh, which teams will go to the championship? I think it will be Patriots versus Ravens right now, but it really, really depends on matchup. I could see the Chiefs beating the Ravens. I could see... I don't know. Maybe the Texans. I want to see this Texans-Ravens game. I think it's going to be interesting. I think for sure the Patriots And then most likely the Ravens. But we'll have to see who they match up against, because I think that's a big key in if they win or not. I feel like they're a very big dependent matchup type of team. What was I for Halloween? I was Mitch Milani. Nice to meet you. What were you for Halloween? Butler says Packers versus Ravens Super Bowl. That'd be entertaining. Russell Wilson is trash, says Russell Wilson is trash, kids. Kevin Durkant says, didn't Hilton only miss 2 games? He's missed a couple. Yeah. Imagine having 2 top 5 receivers in fantasy, but still only having 3 wins. Who is that? Tyler Lockett with a big return sets the Seahawks up in great position to get points after the half. That was a terrible punt by the 49ers. Lockett past the 50, the 40, goes out of bounds at the 49ers' 40-yard line. They only need about 10 yards just for a field goal, so this sets them up in prime position to put up a touchdown with 1:47 and 3 timeouts left. Hot Take says, did he say he was posting the mark soon? I don't know if he said anything regarding it, to be honest. I think he just handed it back to us. Carson. Gain of 4. Mark for the quarterbacks? You mean like a letter grade for the quarterback so far? Russell, I'll give a C+. Maybe a C. Hasn't really done anything yet. And for Jimmy, I'll give a B. Played well, but that fumble was big. If you take that fumble away, it's a lot better, but that's a big game-changing play. Carson with the run, and that's a first down. Yeah, he gave it back. New York Phenom says Wilson, Rodgers, Mahomes, Watson, Brady, Breeze, Jackson, Stafford, Cousins, Wentz. Wilson, screen to Metcalf. Metcalf to the 10. Out of what? What just happened? He went down to the 1. 49ers took the football away. They're claiming it's their football. I didn't even see him squirt to the... I don't even know how he got to the 1-yard line. Let me see this. Okay. Screen. Nice block by Ifedi. All right. Oh, he stayed up. Wow. That's an impressive feat of strength by Metcalf. He stiff-armed the guy. It looked like he was going to get dragged down, but he didn't. Turtle is creeping up on Mitch and Mr. Wong. Turtle can... You know what? He can get out of here. Trivia says, guess what team I despise the most? Patriots? Texans? Russell Wilson is trash, says Russell Wilson is trash. I think this guy's a troll, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm only 99% sure. San Fran just pulled a Jamal Adams. We'll have to see what happened there. $54 people in the chat. If you haven't already, Gronk spiked the like button. Brighton, I don't even know what team you like, bro. How am I supposed to know what team you hate? If you're a San Fran fan, I'm gonna guess that you hate the Seahawks. If you're a Seahawks fan, I'm gonna guess that you hate the Rams. Who's the most underrated quarterback in the league? This season? Or like, I don't know. That's tough. My go-to answer is Stafford. He's been good this year. Trivia is not a fan of the Jags. Brighton says San Francisco is trash. Okay, I'm watching this replay. That's San Francisco ball. That's San Francisco ball. I think the 2-yard line, but I mean, they could call it a touchback. I don't know. But I think it's San Francisco ball. He's just stripped it right out of his hands, and that's a huge turnover. That completely changes the game. That's a big play by the Niners defense. Trivia says Derek Carr is top 10. I would not say he's top 10, but I would say he's top 15. Rick Badboy wants DK to just fall down. Zane asks, who do I think is winning? Well, the 49ers are winning 10-7. Who do I think is going to win the game? I'm still sticking with the 49ers. Trivia says, how many yards does Breida have? I have no idea. '49ers ball. Bodo had DK. The great Bodo. Where is Bodo? Bodo's probably drunk. All right, so at the 2-yard line, Jimmy G motions Bourne over to the left, back to the right. Handoff to Coleman. Coleman sees a little bit of daylight, gets it to the 5. So now the Niners with just one timeout at 1 minute left. We'll see if they can get a big run here. If they cannot, they'll likely just take it to the half. Do I think Green Bay will go to the playoffs? Yes. I think they solidified that in my mind when they beat the Panthers yesterday. If the Seahawks lose, they're 7-3. Makes the NFC even that more interesting. 2nd and 7 for the Niners at their own 5. Screen to Samuel. Samuel to the 49er, 23. So that's a nice little screen play. Good blocking out front. Get the guy that's good with the ball in his hands. That's rookie Deebo Samuel. And now the 49ers, 40 seconds left. If they can create one play here, one big passing play, or maybe one big gashing running play, then they can get potentially a field goal, but we'll have to see. Omar asks, can I get a shout out? What's up, Omar? Russell Wilson says, Brighton Dixon, your songs are good. Subscribe to me and I'll subscribe back. What? There's sub for sub going on in my chat? Monroe says, what's your favorite team in the NFL? Does that answer your question? All right, so Niners take a knee. They just decide to take a knee. And that will be the end of the first half. Trivia asks, Josh Norman 2015, Ramsey 2017, Sherman 2013. Sherman 2013. Or Gilmore 2018. Sherman 2013, we'll see how the rest of the season plays out for Gilmore, but I think Gilmore honestly might be second on that list. Yeah. You know who I'd also throw in there is Talib in 2015. For recent corners. The 49ers started the game with the ball, so the Seahawks get the ball after halftime. Who plays next Monday? Who's my favorite running back? Yeah. Who scored for Seattle? Their defense. What are you guys doing right now at halftime? What's going on? What was your favorite game from yesterday? Are the Chiefs considered disappointing already? I mean, season's not even over yet. Chargers, I would say, yeah, you could probably consider them that. Yeah, that was a rough game. Giants' run game has not been great this season. Brighton says he's chilling. T1000 says civilization. We live in a civilization. Metal says I'm eating. Rebecca says drinking beer and doing engineering homework. That sounds fun. Engineer must be smart. Really enjoyed the Chiefs-Titans game. Rest in peace, Charles Rogers. Yes, rest in peace, Charles Rogers. That's sad. That's very sad. He could have been such a great player, too. Chiefs-Titans game was good. What was my favorite game? I really enjoyed the Cowboys-Vikings game. And what other games? I have to like physically look. I like the Packers-Panthers game. That was good. What else? The Bills-Browns game wasn't bad. The Thursday night game was good too, honestly. Yeah, those were probably the best games that I saw. Brayton wants a shout out. What's up? The boy Jay says Ravens looking good this year. Yes, sir, they are. Rick Badboy says felt people were overhyping the Chiefs off Mahomes' crazy season. Yeah, I still think they're a playoff team though. Trivia says Arian Foster or Ezekiel Elliott. What seasons? Give me the seasons. Rick Badboy says, if Titans, do you draft another quarterback or stick with Tannehill? Or are you just talking in general, Zeke or Arian Foster? Foster was too injured, so it's hard. Any chance that the Pats bring back Antonio Brown? 1%? Show us the game. It's ducking halftime. No. How about that? Bills have now lost to the Browns. They've lost to the Patriots and the Eagles. The Eagles in pretty embarrassing fashion. The other two were pretty close. I still think when you look at the schedule for the Bills, though, they still have a decent chance of making the playoffs. Browns honestly should have lost. I mean, the Bills, they missed 2 field goals. Kevin says, I like the Chiefs' loss and the Bills' loss. Patriots win during the bye week. That's 100%. Yeah, Antonio Brown doesn't know what he feels. He's just changing his mind constantly. He doesn't even know what's going on. Zane says, I don't care about Russ or Lamar. Mahomes is the GOAT. There you go. Zane has spoken, guys. That was a nice throw he had yesterday. 9Ball says there was no PI to give them the first down. If there was, then it should have been PI against the 49ers on the long pass to Metcalf. I didn't see PI. Rick Badboy says Bills are an offense away from being in the playoffs consistently. Yeah, they need to add more to their offense this offseason. Hopefully that happens. Zane says this was by far the most backwards week. Yeah, there's so many upsets. Like, if anybody got every game right, I would give you $1 kajillion. Rebecca says, can we talk about how the Steelers should have lost? Got really lucky with their 2 touchdown calls. Not complaining because I'm a 49ers fan, but the Rams kind of got screwed a little bit. Yeah, I could see where you're coming from. Also, though, the Steelers I just felt played better. I mean, they were just the better team on the field in that game. Their defense played outstanding. I understand, some of the calls that happened. But then again, you do a fake punt on 4th and 1 in your own end. And it doesn't work. It backfires, and even then you don't get scored on. That was just a defensive game, and overall I thought the Steelers just played a little bit better. I was honestly shocked that the Rams played that poorly. I expected them to be a little bit better prepared, a little bit just game plan wise wasn't there for them, and I was disappointed in McVay from what I saw. Chiefs have no defense. I would second that, although they are a bit banged up right now, so I want to give them the chance to get healthy before I completely decide that defense is so bad that they have no chance in the playoffs. Yeah, see, Kevin Durcan agrees. Be quiet. Rams played like ass. Rick Badboy says, am I the only one who saw the Rams struggle season coming? Well, bro, if you watch this channel, you understand that I said that the Rams would not make the playoffs. Yeah, the Rams don't have it this year. Coaching doesn't have it. Goff doesn't have it. Offensive line has been exposed. Gurley is hurt. Defense is okay, but, I mean, not anything great, which it wasn't last year. until really the playoffs. And they lost some pieces. They don't have a lot of depth. I think people have started to figure out McVay a lot more. Like, you don't really see the Rams just blowing up offensively like they did last year or the year before. And I want to say that a lot of that is because people have figured out McVay. Zane said the Rams got lucky last year. Maybe. I mean, they got lucky on the pass interference call, but other than that, they didn't really get lucky. They're just good. They were just good. Do you think the Lions are going to make the playoffs if Stafford could stay healthy? No, not this year. Maybe next year. Evil Duck says Rams have one of the easiest schedules, and they're only 5-4. Nick Chubb is crazy now, says Yo Bro Nation. Nick Chubb is, I would say, this year, one of the 5 best running backs in the league. Happy Veterans Day to those in service or who have had family service members, says Kevin Stewart. Man, you made that sentence so tricky on me. Could you have made it any trickier? Daniel says 49ers need to stop turning the ball over. It will cost them in one of these games, and it would cost them when it counts most in the playoffs. I agree, Daniel. I'm a little worried about that. That's been, speaking of the Steelers, one game that the 49ers probably should have lost was versus the Steelers, and they had way too many turnovers in that game. Zane says Marcus Peters is the first corner to get a pick six with 2 teams in one season. Really? Huh. Yep, Super Bowl hangover. Tom Sin says if the 49ers win today, from their remaining schedule, who can beat them? The Saints. I don't know who else they play. Seahawks. Let me look. I know they play those 2 teams. And I would say both those 2 teams could beat them. They play the Packers. Maybe. I think Baltimore is very difficult. They'll probably lose that game, honestly. Yeah, I think the best chance is Baltimore and New Orleans. And then Seattle, which I'm going to that game. I'm going to 2 games this year. Patriots, Cowboys in New England. And 49ers, Seahawks, last game of the season, regular season in Seattle. Will I stream the Colts-Texans Week 12? It's at T.Y. Hilton Stadium. If T.Y. Hilton is playing, then maybe. Rebecca says, I haven't had the live stream on since I'm watching the game, so I missed your commentary. Do you think Jimmy G is proving himself this game the way people want him to this game? Except for the fumble. Yes. I was saying during the broadcast that I think Jimmy overall has played well. He had that one fumble that obviously looks bad. But overall, I mean, he lost Emmanuel Sanders to injury. George Kittle is not playing. And for the most part, he's been pretty decisive. He's been accurate. He's been good in the pocket. I think that's a big thing with Jimmy that I've seen over the past couple of weeks. Like, he's been a lot better in the pocket and just taking a hit and ability to find the receiver on 3rd down. And that's been something that I've really liked from him. So overall, yeah, I think Jimmy has actually probably played better than Russell to this point. But he does have that fumble. Rick Badboy says that the Niners will lose the divisional round. Rebecca says the Niners play Baltimore, New Orleans, and Green Bay back-to-back-to-back. Rest in peace. Tyler Lockett to the 22. So, big drive, says Lisa Salters from Monday Night Football. Monroe says, who is the most improved running back? I think Aaron Jones, he says. Probably. Maybe Dalvin Cook. Is Marlon Mack top 10? I would say no. But I like him. Daniel says, okay, you can stop hating. They can beat any of those teams. Not saying they will, but they're more than capable if they limit the turnovers and they have better defense than any of those teams. Yeah, Daniel, I know. I'm just saying what games can they lose, not they are guaranteed to lose those games. Come on, Daniel. Baker Mayfield is struggling. I think that was a first down for Carson. Okay, second down. Second down and short for the Seahawks. Coming up. So the 49ers injuries are showing a graphic right now. Kittle, Gold, Richburg, Sanders, and Jones. That hurts. Hi. Do you think is going to give the 49ers their first... who do you think is going to give the 49ers their first loss? Tonight? No. I don't know. If I had to guess, if they do not lose tonight, I will say it will be the Ravens in Baltimore on December the 1st, 2019. Handoff to Carson. He gets a few yards, and that is a first down for the Seahawks. All right, Daniel, no problem. Even if you were, I don't mind. I was just joking around. Trivia thinks the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl. I would like him to go back into his mental facility to get checked. Kevin says, you're a true 49ers fan, Rebecca. I love how people are always surprised when, never mind. Russell Wilson throws it, and it's complete on the sidelines. Great toe-tapping catch by Metcalf, and Metcalf gives the thumbs up. Yeah, I don't think the 49ers will beat I don't think the Packers will beat the 49ers, but I could be wrong. It's definitely a game that they could lose, but I don't see it happening. Maybe if it was in Lambeau, you could convince me, but I just... Yeah. What's my name? My name's Mitch. My name is Mitch Mullaney. And I am on YouTube. Exactly. Kevin Durkant nailed it. 2nd and 7. Wilson hands off to Carson. And it's a fumble! The 49ers believe they have it. And they do have it. 49ers football. Pete Carroll is in disgust. Utter disgust. He just... That was Pete Carroll impression. Brian says, nice, Mitch. You know who OSLSI LSI and Logan Paul. I know Logan Paul, and that was the fight, right? Is that what you're talking about? Thompson says, who's your coach of the year? So far, it's Kyle. Second, I don't know. Monroe says, can you start saying play-by-play? I go in and out with the play-by-play. I don't love doing it every play, but I'll give it to you much as possible. Yo Bro says, who's your favorite player? I'm going to let the commenters give you who my favorite player is in the comment section. KSI, yeah. Yeah, I was like, I thought it, yeah, I was like. Matt Milano. I love Matt Milano. He's a good player. Ooh. Monroe says Barkley. Metal Steve says Brady. Tom Shady. Kevin wants the Patriot play-by-play. It's Tom Brady, in case anyone doesn't know. Trivia says Reggie Wayne or Steve Smith Sr. That's tough. I don't even know the numbers. I want to say Reggie Wayne's numbers are better, but I personally liked Steve Smith as a player, and I would rather have Steve Smith on my team 100%. That's just my opinion, but I was a big Steve Smith guy. I think Steve Smith was a fantastic receiver. Great receiver. Samantha says, who do you think is going to win? I think the Niners. Zane says, I think it's Nathan Peterman. Well, Zane, you're incorrect. Imagine thinking Mitch is good at Madden. Kevin Durkant, do you want to play Madden? We can set it up, bro. I will whoop you all the way across YouTube. 1st and 10. 12 minutes and 1 second left in the third. Jimmy, dump out to the flat to Tevin Coleman. Coleman tries to make his guy miss, but a great tackle. But there's a flag on the play. Michael Kendricks brought Coleman down by maybe a little bit of horse collar, so that might be a penalty on Michael Kendricks. Yeah, horse collar tackle, so that's an automatic first down for the 49ers. Reggie Wayne is your favorite player. Interesting. Jimmy G is a pimp, says Metal. My favorite player is Mark Sanchez. No chance. No. I like Marky Mark. Niner by Nature says, I just Gronk smash that like button. It's actually Gronk spike, but thank you nonetheless. Couple yards on that run. Thompson says, I hope the Chiefs don't rely on Mahomes too much like the Packers did with Aaron Rodgers and got them nowhere. True. Usually when you rely too much on a quarterback, it does get you nowhere. You need to build a complete team. Jimmy trying to find his way up in the pocket, but he is sacked. Good coverage, it looked like, by the Seahawks. And another good rush. Seahawks are one of the worst pass rushing teams in the league, but in this game, they've been able to get that pressure on Jimmy G. And, you know, that's how they're making their plays. I'm a big fan of Blake Bortles. And Eli, my two favorite. What state do I live in? I live in Canada. That's in the northern states. Jimmy with a little pump and pass to, I believe that's Dwelly. And he gets close to the first down marker. That's going to bring up a short conversion. What was the best non-Pats NFL game this decade you can remember? Man, that's like a video, like research and talk. Yeah, that's tough. You know, one that immediately came to my mind was actually the 49ers and Seahawks 2013 NFC Championship. I don't know why, but that came to my mind. But there's been a lot of good games. Very hard to say. How old am I? I am Michael Jordan. Show the game. No. Yo, bro says, I still can't believe the Ravens beat the Pats. Yeah. Louisiana, but a Green Bay fan. Interesting. I wonder how Saints fans feel about that. Kevin says, Mitch, aren't you glad the Patriots stuck with Brady instead of turning the team over to Jimmy G? 3 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl wins after that decision. 100%. Wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Update my banner. Oh, sorry guys. Nobody's giving me the update for the quarters, bro. Thank you for that. Zane says, Gronk assaulted the like button. Bye. Gotta go to bed. All right. See you, Zane. Party says, my fave game was Seahawks-Packers 2014 NFC Championship and 2015 Cardinals-Packers. Those are good games. Good games. Evil Duck says, my favorite game was Ravens vs. Broncos 2012 divisional round. Good game. Fluke of a pass by Flacco, but good game. Hal says, I was born the summer Albert Einstein died. I may be his reincarnation. Lucky you. Right now we have Jarrett Stidham, but most likely we do not have the quarterback on our roster after Tom Brady, but I do like what I see from Stidham. Jimmy G versus Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, says Lucas Clark. I love it. Who am I going for? I'm not necessarily cheering for anybody in this game. Russell Wilson, pass on a slant to Metcalf. He tries to turn around, but he doesn't go anywhere to the 40. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. Do I play Canadian football? No, I don't play Canadian football. Actually, you would be surprised to know that the rules used in high school and college football in Canada are actually American football rules. They're not Canadian, which is funny. Just the Canadian Football League uses Canadian football rules. It's very dumb. But, I mean, you have to differentiate from the NFL in some sort of way, so I guess I understand it. Hollister with the first down catch for the Seahawks. 9 minutes remaining in the third, 10-7 49ers. Dez caught it. Trivia. Patriots-Ravens 2014. That's one of my favorite games ever. Packers-Cowboys 2016 was also a great game. Yeah, I remember watching that. That was a good game. Very good game. I was hoping the Cowboys would come back in that game, though, not going to lie. Russell Wilson throws it, and it's incomplete. I always thought they should have put Tony Romo in that game. Let's not imagine that, Lucas. Let's imagine the Patriots winning another Super Bowl. Second and 10. 8:46 left in the third. Lockett. Little orbit. Screen to Carson. Carson. Little juke. He gets a few on the screen, but not enough for a first down. So it'll be 3rd and about 5. The Cowboys seemed a little bit not ready for the moment until, they started to make that comeback. Kevin Durant is pissed. Notice how every time Kevin Durant talks about Madden, he never actually challenges me to a game. Russell Wilson under pressure and is sacked. All right, see ya, OMG Russell. Good stunt by the Niners. Get to Russell Wilson on a big 3rd down. So the Seahawks will have to punt again. This is a low-scoring game. Yeah, Kevin Durant. Better Pats DB, Ty Law or Gilmore? As of now, Ty Law, but Gilmore definitely belongs in that conversation and has a chance to surpass him. It depends how long he plays, though. Trivia says, what about Colts Pats 2006? Very good game, not going to lie. You know what, though? I actually missed like half that game live because I was playing hockey. So I only really saw the second half, which was depressing for me. My dad was giving me updates during the game like, oh, Patriots are winning 21-3, and I was so excited. And then they freaking lost. I was pissed. Which quarterback can go a season without an interception? No one. Does Pete Carroll ever not have his hands on his knees? 7 minutes left in the third. This has been a fun stream, guys. Thank you guys for joining. I'm tired, though. And I need to edit something for school. So I'm going to be up tonight. Tomorrow I have the top 10 teams out. Probably late at night, later in the day, late at night sometime. Eddie says Seahawks will win this game. Russell Wilson will win this game. Mitch, is Peterman MVP? I will say no, but I mean, he's definitely in the conversation. There's no doubt about it. I look tired. Well, I hope not. Do I look tired now? All right, Monroe. See ya, buddy. Can I review poutine? Maybe during a live stream, I'll do it. But like not as an individual video. That would actually be kind of funny to start like reviewing foods in the middle of live streams. What's Hornhub? Guys, if you're new to the Bottom Line View, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because NFL videos like every day, man. Every day. Almost. Regularly. If you enjoy the NFL, you will enjoy this channel. Just ask the people in the chat. Also, if you haven't, Gronk spiked the like button. I'm going to leave my Twitter as well here so that you guys, if you haven't already, can follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to grow my Twitter a little bit. I don't really utilize a lot of other social medias for the purpose of YouTube, but I do want to sort of start growing the Twitter in association to the channel. So if you guys would like to follow me, let me see. Matt Breida with a 3-yard carry. That is my Twitter. There you go. Jimmy G, 2nd and 7 from the 30. Passes, and it looks like it was complete with a spectacular catch. I think that's Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel, nice catch. First down, 49ers. Kevin says, what do you think about the 49ers defense? Are they legit? Yes, 100%. Top 3 in the league, if not top 2. Trivia asks, Mitch, is Julio a top 10 receiver ever if he plays at least 5 more seasons? Top 20. I don't know about top 10. It depends what he does in those 5 seasons. Really. Lucas says, hashtag 50K subs. Let's get those. Let's get the 50K. How about that? Let's do it. Let's do it, Lucas. Why does everybody hate Chris? That's a good question. Kevin Rakan says, Mitch, I'll come out 5 wide every play and beat you by 40. Okay, try me. Try me, man. Send me the invite right now. I'll play you. Thompson says, is Troy Polamalu a first ballot Hall of Famer? Yes. Dennis says, my 2 favorite teams are the Patriots and anyone playing the Sea Chickens. Interesting. Raiders Nation says, I can see you reviewing a McDouble or Tim Hortons coffee and donut. Maybe I should do that. Hal says, Lamar Jackson is awesome. Worried he will burn out before the greatness. Well, hopefully he's not RG3. Hopefully not. But I do not think he is. I think he is here to stay for at least 10 seasons-ish. Eddie says, things are changing as we are over halfway through the season. Schedule should what? Don't know what you're saying there. Trivia says, Julio could play safety and be the best in the league. I don't know about all that, but I mean, he's a beast. Niner by Nature says the Niners defense is the best in the league. Evil Duck says, is Calvin Johnson a top 10 receiver? Yes. Eddie says, waste of a challenge. Murder says, follow me on Instagram. No thanks. I don't know you, Murder. Maybe if I did, I'd follow you, but bro, I don't know you. Niner by Nature just said you lost a sub. Really? Wow, that's sad. See you, man. Imagine Madden says you should try out for a job at ESPN. I mean, bro, if you can hook me up with that interview, I'll go right ahead. Butler says Lamar Jackson will hopefully get the offensive line he needs. He has one. Raiders Nation says, tell me this man wouldn't be the greatest feud reviewer. What? Okay. Tell me this man wouldn't be the greatest food reviewer. Just don't be like Joey World Tour and be like Report of the Week. Imagine Madden, what's your thoughts about Edelman? Love Edelman. He's the man. What happened to him? What are you saying? Niner by Nature is losing it. All right, guys, there was a review to see if that Deebo Samuel sideline catch stood, and it does. Do I like chicken? What type of human being does not like chicken? Is Josh Gordon playing? Yes, but he hasn't really done anything. The Seahawks have also not had the ball very much. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Their own 40 for Jimmy G and the Niners. Jimmy with the play action. Pressure coming from around the corner. Kendrick Bourne cannot catch the football. It goes right into the hands of the Seahawks. And the Seahawks will take over the football in the red zone of the 49ers. Crazy. That was not Jimmy's fault. You got to catch the football, bro. Period. Good pass rush, though. Kendricks was there. That was Quandre Diggs, who was traded from the Lions to the Seahawks. And Pete Carroll's reaction is just out of this world. Wilson hands off to Carson. Carson gets 4, but there's a fumble! But Luke Wilson is able to pick it up. Or not Luke Wilson, Hunt, sorry. And not Kareem. Imagine Madden says, bro, how did the Saints go past the Patriots? I'm wondering the same thing, because Patriots are going right back on top of those guys. Kevin Stewart says, that's the Jimmy G I know. High throw because of pressure. I don't know if I can blame that on Jimmy G. Raiders Nation doesn't like chicken. What type of man is this? Trivia says Aaron Jones is a creation of Aaron Rodgers and James Jones. Russell Wilson scrambling, and he gets to the 2-yard line after a nice little scramble. Although I will say, Russell Wilson looking a little slower than the old days. Kevin Durkant says 49ers fans are hyped. Kevin Stewart said 49ers fans are hyped tonight. Trivia says, was Vontae Davis 2014 a lockdown corner? I don't know about lockdown, but he was good. Evil says, Mitch, you still remember when Corey Davis bullied Stephon Gilmore? Yes, I do. Yo Bro says, I could beat you in real football. Russell Wilson throws it up for a prayer, and somehow Hollister comes up with the ball. Wow. 49ers are losing. And the turnovers are starting to mount up. And the Seahawks, a little bit of Houdini magic from Russell Wilson. A little flick diddly into the end zone. Look at Russell Wilson. Fakes it, looking for someone open, and literally just throws it up to his guy. That was a very dangerous pass. Like, you have no business throwing that ball. But somehow, some way, Hollister, the former Patriot, comes up with the touchdown. I would have never thrown that pass in a million years. .437 left in the third. Am I good at real football? I'd say I'm pretty good. I'm no college player. Imagine Madden says the Vikings could take their division. 49ers and Patriots end up in Super Bowl. Who would win? Was that good? Alright, extra point is good, so I gotta change it. I don't know who would win. I don't know. I'm hoping the Patriots, but I don't know. What's the worst division and the best division in the league? Worst division? I guess it's the AFC East. But I think the NFC East is also pretty bad. And also the AFC West is not great. But I think it's the AFC East. I mean, the Bills are in the playoff contention, but they haven't really proven to beat anyone that good. And the Patriots, they're the Patriots, but we've yet to see their full potential. The best division, I still think it's the NFC North, just because it's top to bottom the best. You could make an argument for the NFC South, or the NFC West or the AFC South. You could make a claim, but I think it's still the NFC North. I just want to see N'Keal Harry play. Jimmy G Buckets is sacked on first down. Clowney with the sack, but there is a flag on the play with 4:30 left in the third. Daniel says this game is pissing me off. 49ers have played like poop, and the turnovers have killed them yet again. I can't say I disagree with you. Is this recorded or live? This is recorded, sir. Hi, Drifty. Daniel says AFC West is horrible. Only OGs remember. Kebble, AC, and Dilly. What's up, Ultra? Thank you for the $5, sir. How have you guys liked the channel, by the way, since it just being me by myself? Coach says Clowney is a difference maker. Beast. Definitely. All areas of the game, too. Not a one-dimensional player. What division is the Texans in? AFC South. RVD the whole effing show. That is 100% correct. 49ers have had the best calls in their favor and still losing, says Eddie. Jimmy G with the bubble screen out to Deebo Samuel and close to a first down. About 9 yards. Flag on the play. Sanders was injured. Robot Guy doesn't know AC. Trivia says, Mitch, we all support you. Thank you, Trivia. /party. /trivia. /party. Yeah, man, I'm losing my voice. And I'm falling asleep. It's like a double duo. Point your game to the camera. How about no? Sorry, man. 350 left in the third. Jimmy G in the shotgun. Trying to make a play, but again, Jadeveon Clowney is just absolutely ruining Jimmy G's life. And the 49ers aren't able to get open. So that's not good. They don't have any receivers right now that are doing anything to get open. And their offensive line is getting dominated. I mean, Clowney is just schooling kids here. He's just taking them to school. Boom! Did you even watch the game, bro? Yeah, man. Sometimes I talk to that guy, and it just did not seem like he watched the game. I mean, you just know those people who just look at the box score, and they don't actually watch the game. Ultra says, I kind of miss there being more than one person, but you're a very good solo. We support you. Thank you, Ultra. House tour at 20K. Well, for this place, there wouldn't be much of a tour, but I guess we could do a little bit of, I don't know. I don't know what I would do for a house tour. I could do some sort of interesting video, though, for 20K. Trivia said, I bet the 49ers fan created 5 accounts and disliked this stream. Most likely. Imagine Madden says, what's your most viewed video? I think you can look that up yourself, honestly. And I still think it's the Paul Walker video, but it might be the Tom Brady one by now. I don't know. 2nd and 6. Wilson with a dump to the man Hollister to the 10-yard line. Hollister's had a good game. What do you think about the Packers, says Drifty. I think they're good. I don't think they're quite the elite of the NFL, but I think they're right underneath that. Very good team. The defense, I'm a little bit worried about them, but offensively, I like them a lot. Ultra says Niners are frauds. Again, Ultra, don't be too quick to say people are frauds. Every team loses. I try and tell you this. I try and tell everyone this, but nobody seems to care. I haven't really been listening to the broadcast, so I don't know. Chris Carson to the 1-yard line. And they say he was stopped short, although he looked like he might have gotten the touchdown. Better coach, Saban or Belichick? Saban is better for college. Belichick is better for the NFL. Therefore, if you were to have to give a slight edge to either person, I would have to say it's Belichick because he's a pro. Mitch with a babe in a Patriots cheerleader outfit would be nice. All right, I'll have to fix that up for you there, Hal. Your grandpa was in World War II. Wow. That's pretty cool. Thank you for his service. Imagine Madden says, what do you think about the Dolphins going 9-7 and winning the Super Bowl? I think it's 100% likely. I would bet my house on that happening, to be honest. 2nd and goal, 1:46 left in the third quarter. Will you be my neighbor? It's a beautiful day. What? Evil Duck says, to be honest, both teams have a cakewalk scheduled. Do I have a partner? No. Turtle says yes. Ultra's laughing. Touchdown Seahawks. Seahawks. There's been turnovers on both sides. And yet, the Seahawks. And Russell Wilson hasn't been all that great. You know, he's made a few plays here and there. But, like, nothing too special. Nonetheless, 49ers losing by 11. Can Jimmy G pull a Tommy B and come back? That's the question. That's the question we all want answered. Guys, follow me on Twitter at Mitch Milani. Gronk, spike the like button if you haven't already. And subscribe if you're new. Alright, see ya, yo, bro. Imagine Madden says Seahawks gonna run the away with this. Robot Guy says... Eddie says 2-possession lead for the Hawks. Jimmy G. Can he make the comeback? Can I stay awake for the entire stream? Put a 1 if I can stay awake. Put a 2 if I'll fall asleep. Put a 1 if the Seahawks will win. Put a 2 if the 49ers will come back. Lucas Clark says the 49ers can still come back. It's not over yet. Kevin Durkant wants Jimmy G to give the ball to Tevin Coleman. So, Kevin Durkant says, I'm going to fall asleep and the Seahawks will win. Imagine Madden says 3, which I'm guessing is the same. Turtle says 1 and 1. Nobody believes in the Niners. Bourne for 8 yards on first down. Read my last comment. I can't see it anymore. Any chance Gronk retires? Or unretires? I would give it a 4% chance. I would go nuts if he did, though. Seahawks on a 21-0 run. That is true. Back in the I form are the Niners. Desperately missing a receiver out there. Handoff to Matt Breida. Breida for 2 yards, but he's about inches shy of the first down. Sam says, no. No. It is not over yet. 49ers can come back. Trust me, if they win the game, they legit are the god. Bodo's up by 1 point. Quarterback sneak for Jimmy, and that's a first down. Is Shanny getting out-coached, or are the 49ers just beating themselves with turnovers? Trivia says you better be joking. What players are playing for him? Nah, you lying. Trivia is very mad that Bodo is beating him. Imagine Madden says the Dolphins were like, who even is Tua? That LSU versus Alabama game was trash. Let's go win the Super Bowl with Fitzmagic and get Jalen Hurts with the last pick as a backup. That's very smart. Very, very smart. Good strategy. Why did the Pats suck at developing receivers? In my personal opinion, it's because at this point, the offense is too complex with Tom Brady been running it for 20 years. And it's hard to gain chemistry with Tom Brady when you don't have chemistry with the offense. And I just think, I don't know. And a lot of it is they haven't really picked receivers in the first round. Like, N'Keal Harry is the first one they picked in the first round. Other than that, a lot of them have been later picks. So it's hard to say that whether they're bad at developing them or they just haven't put the right capital into them. They're definitely not one of the better teams at developing them, but they have, you know. Yeah, Sanders and Kittle being out. Like, since Sanders left the game, completely changed the game. Gronk, spike the like button, says Turtle. Mr. Hot Take says Hawks hype. What game should I stream next week, guys? Evil Duck asks, do you think the Patriots should sign Mariota before or if Brady retires? I'd say no, but I'd rather Cam Newton. How about that? What's up, Joel? Any updates on Sanders' injury? No. Not that I know of. GM Carby says Pats Eagles. Yeah, probably. Probably, I forgot. Texans Ravens is good though, too. Maybe both. Hopefully they're not at the same time. Joel says, have you failed November? Have you? Evil Duck says Cam Newton is ass. I'd rather have Mariota. No. No. Jimmy G passes, and again his receiver cannot catch the ball, and it's incomplete. Thank you, Turtle, for that information that I did not want. Raiders Nation says, I think the Pats roll with Stidham if Brady retires and Chiefs versus Chargers. Anyone know if Stafford is playing week 11? Apparently he really wanted to play this week, but they didn't let him. Garoppolo hands off to Breida for like nothing. Belichick's the GOAT, but his assistants are trash when they get head coaching positions. Why? These are deep questions that I don't really feel like answering, bro. Like, I could answer them. They're like a complete topic video for me to make. Like, it's a lot. I'm too tired to answer that question, man. What happened to Matt Stafford? He's hurt. He's back. Jimmy G tip down on 3rd and 11 by, I believe that's Taylor. So 4th and 11 for the Niners, and they are going to punt this baby away. Make Turtle moderator. I'll think about it. That's the next video. Make that video and I'll subscribe. How about you subscribe now and then I'll make the video? Yeah, I could do a video on that. I don't know when though. Good comments and analysis. Greetings from Mexico. Go Hawks. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, man. More of this where it came from. Every week on the channel we stream. Make Madden moderator. He is pretty cool, I heard. Joel says, what do you think about the Falcons record? Shocking. Thought they would be a lot better. Thought that they would be in the conversation for the playoffs. This has been a relatively boring game. Not the most fun. But the comment section's been fun tonight. 1st and 10. 14 minutes left. Why do the Browns always lose? I think it stems from the organization sucking. Russell Wilson. rushing and gaining about 5. There is an injured 49er on the field. Evil Duck says Lamar Jackson is the only good quarterback to come out of the draft. Turtle acts like one without the badge. All right, I see you. Daniel says no one needs or wants Dez. Rick Badboy says Jimmy G deserves the Seahawks MVP tonight. Eddie says, when are you doing the live Week 11 picks? Guys, if you don't already know, I go live for my picks every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Time. Every single time, bro. Haven't missed one yet, and hopefully don't miss it this week. Baker Mayfield equals Johnny Manziel, says Imagine Madden. Joel says, do you think Russell Wilson is a good quarterback? Yes, of course. Yeah, I found out Party has been watching the whole time, and I thought Party was just skipping out. I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know that? He never said it. Or at least if he said it, I never saw it. Is this channel only dedicated to the NFL? Yes. Hi. Turtle knew it was the same person. Hal says, great job, Mitch. I would comment more if I knew more about football. No problem. Thanks for joining us. I like you too, Joel. Robobot says, yeah, and Trivia has talked about it in the chat every time. No, he hasn't. SBHSF Brules says, should all athletes eat edibles before a flight? According to Joe Rogan, yes. Imagine Madden says Gardner Minshew, best quarterback ever. Literally Brady Manning, Breeze, Lamar, Vic, best ever. Don't at me. All right, interesting list you got there. Baker Mayfield is still a good quarterback. Change my mind, says Turtle. I just don't understand why you would change your name. How do I feel about Jordan Matthews back in Philly? I think it's good. I think it's a good signing. He fits in the system well. He did well last year for the team. He's not going to fix what their flaws that they have at receiver right now, but he'll at least add some depth there, which I think will help. Carson for a first down. San Diego. Oh, okay. Who's my favorite team? You'll be sad to know that my favorite team is the Patriots. Jameis Winston is a bust, says Evil. Jameis Winston's better than Marcus. If I covered another sport, what would it be? Are you talking about on YouTube? Or what? If I covered another sport, what would it be? So hard now because I've done NFL for so long. That's like... Honestly, if I had to make a completely different YouTube channel that had nothing to do with football, it would probably be entertainment based. Russell Wilson sacked on 2nd and 7. The ball comes out, and DeForest Buckner runs it back for a San Francisco 49ers touchdown. 21-16. Chess. No. Who do you think I am, Bobby Fischer? Go ahead, Evil. I dare you. Change the score. All right. Yeah. You guys don't update me in the quarters either. You guys expect me to remember this stuff. Come on, man. This game is going to be a pretty interesting finish. Oh, it's 21-16, so they're going for 2. My bad. Well, let's see if they get it. Bourne with the motion out, the in route in. That's 2 points for the 49ers. Turtle said the only other sport I would be interested in seeing you do is hockey, maybe. Yeah. I like hockey a lot, but I don't think I'd be passionate enough to do a full-on YouTube channel. That's the thing. You have to consider that, right? You really have to have a passion for one subject to only do one subject. Like, if I couldn't just do NFL, I'd probably do some sort of variety channel or, like, an entertainment-based channel. 21-18. I'd probably do, like, movie and TV reviews and stuff like that. If I didn't do football. Yeah, that was a good scheme on that 2-point play. Poor coverage. Celtics are fire, says Imagine Madden. Josh Gordon is number 10. Who do I think is going to win? Right now? Ooh. Anyone's game. I'm just gonna stick with the 49ers pick. It probably the odds are in the Seahawks' favor, but I'm just gonna stick with my pick. Who do I think deserves to win? That's a tough question. Neither? Can I answer that way? Trivia is very mad. Gordon is playing, yes. Not a lot, though. Second and 5. Wilson under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wilson hands off to Carson. Carson with 2 yards on the carry. Andre says go 49ers. Go, 9-0. "49ers are not going to win. Vegas money on Hawks," says Eddie. Who has the ball, says Joel. Well, the Seahawks have the ball, and it's 3rd and 3. It's 3rd and 3 with 10:40 left at the 32-yard line of the Seahawks. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that forces Russell Wilson to take a timeout. Both teams are playing very sloppy. Evil Duck says Derrick Henry is the best power back in the league. Anthony says boo. Niners defense has only allowed 180 yards. They have 4 sacks and they have 3 takeaways. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Anthony says you're cool. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Imagine Madden says, on all the votes on YouTube, it's been like 45 to 50 for Hawks, and 49ers were always 50 or above. Niners deserve to win, some people are saying. Andre says Niners are going to win. Cool. Guys, we're at 58 likes. Can we get to 60, please? We have 66 people watching. Russell Wilson. Slant on 3rd and 3 to Metcalf. That is incomplete. Man, that defensive coordinator is just loving it. Metcalf has not had a good game. Sherman played that perfectly, too. Over his back, arm through. Sherman proving people wrong, man. Proving them wrong. You're going to try a sorry-ass receiver like Metcalf on him? Did I watch KSI versus Logan Paul? I did not. Do you think it's worth it for me to watch it or no? Hit! And that's going to be helmet to helmet on the Seahawks. Personal foul on the Seahawks. Automatic first down. Penalty was on number 23, Thorpe, the Seahawks. Yeah, I know KSI won. I was just wondering if it was good. Probably not. Anthony says yeah. You forgot that Sherman played for the Seahawks? Really? What's up, yo, bro? 1st and 10. Hand off to Coleman. Coleman for 4 yards. That would be awesome. I would love to have a boxing match versus Colin Cowherd. Even though I like Colin Cowherd. Logan Paul and KSI, I don't care. Obviously not. Says Tyree. How did you forget the Legion of Boom, says Robot Guy. Fake by Jimmy G. Throw over the middle. And that is Debo. Del Rio, Samuel. First down. Evil Duck is not a fan of Colin Cowherd. Dog Knows Best says, get some respect. You look like shit. Thank you. I appreciate the look. You look like shit comment. Do I look like shit now? I'm trying to stay awake. I'm trying. What's the time? 8:20 left in the game. Niners. Fake the handoff. Throw to the backup tight end, taking place of George Kittle, and that is a first down. Am I monetized? Yes. Get some caffeine. I might have to. Mitch, how is college? Do you ever have fun? I'm going to college soon. Don't want to stress over it too much. You'll have fun, Turtle. It's, you can have fun. It's the way you, it's whatever you want it to be, honestly. Really. Jimmy G. It also depends on the school, the program, the classes you take, people you know, a lot of stuff. It's alright. It's still school. It's just school. Don't stress over it too much. I should do an advice channel. I don't even know what advice I would give. Look at George Kittle. He's so happy. Where's Dilly Vanilli? Dilly Vanilli is probably working, maybe? I don't know. Why don't you ask him? He's no longer on the channel. Debo! Life advice with Mitch. 21-18, 721. Maybe, guys, if this channel reaches a million subscribers, no, if this channel, I'll say this, if this channel reaches 100,000 subscribers, I will consider making another channel to do 2 different things. Jimmy G is sacked. Again. I mean, the Seahawks have been in the backfield with consistency. And the San Francisco 49ers have, like, their starting guys. Clowney has been the issue, really. Clowney was right there, and it forced the pressure. Clowney has been schooling McGlinchey all game. Like, makeup tutorial. Perfect. That's exactly what I'll do. Makeup under these eyes, man. That's what I need. Jimmy G. Pass, and it's almost intercepted! Another dropped pass almost resulted in a catch and a interception for the Seahawks. Incredible play. Bourne can't catch. This guy thinks he's Jason Bourne. Dropped. And Flowers drops it as well. Yeah, Kittle's injured. 100,000 before Christmas? Yeah, good luck. I wish. I'm hoping to have 100,000 subs. I don't know how realistic this is, but 100,000 subs by the end of the beginning of the 2021 season. I'm hoping to have 100,000 subs. We'll see. Coach says Bourne has been hearing footsteps all game. Can't say I disagree with you. I mean, he's looking like he's trying to look where to go before he's catching it, and that's causing him to drop passes. What's up? Wow, George Kittle's in the chat, guys. What time is it? It's 11. If you haven't already, this way? Nope. I can't do it. You see that at Mitch Milani? That way? Follow it on Twitter. Also, guys, if you haven't already, Gronk spiked the like button. Let's get to 69, Gronk's favorite number. and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do I think Pete Carroll's a good coach? Yes, I would say Pete Carroll's a Hall of Fame coach. Not just good, he's Hall of Fame worthy. Fact or fiction, Niners cut Bourne after tonight. No, because he's made some good plays as well as bad ones. Blake Bortles is in the chat? Wow. The old Pacific time zone there in Arizona. It's Pacific in Arizona, right? Or is it Mountain Time? Imagine Madden says Gronk is going to replace Gordon. He is skinny. The way I read that was funny. Gronk, I don't think's coming back. Malcolm Butler is the legend. Okay, Arizona's Mountain Time. My bad. I forgot. Tyree's tired. Just in case you guys would like to know. He's letting us all know. 64 likes, guys. Let's get to 69. That's Gronk's favorite number. 6 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. 21-21. And I need to update the score. Can't believe Bourne dropped that. Second and 2. 6 minutes, 2 seconds left. And banged up 49er on the sidelines. Russell Wilson motivating his club. How many of you guys think Russell Wilson and the Seahawks will score points on this drive? Give me a 1. If you think the 49ers are going to stop them and then score on their next drive, give me a 2. Chris T asks if Robbie Anderson's a buy low candidate. I would say no. I don't think he's very relevant. Sam Darnold is not a deep ball passer. Their offense is not built to throw the ball deep. They have a decent schedule, but it should have happened versus the Giants, and it didn't. I just don't think that offense is very good. Wilson handoff to Carson, and Carson is stuffed at the line. Joel has a 1, Eddie has a 1, Club has a 2, Nation has a 1, Club has a 2. Trivia says Breida 99-yard touchdown, Turtle 1, Club 2. Erica, I don't know, 2. Club 2. Club 2, Butcher 2, Madden 12. Chris 1. Carson breaks a tackle and gets the first down with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. First and 10. Seahawks. Seahawks! Yeah, the Seahawks only have one. They've used it on a lot of, like, clocks running down and stuff like that to avoid delay of game. Pass to Hollister in the flat, who's becoming fantasy relevant. I actually started him in one of my leagues because I was out of desperation. That's a first down for Hollister. If you guys need a tight end out there, Hollister is looking like a good ad. Do you think they'll go into overtime? I hope not, honestly. One is that the Seahawks score. Two is that the 49ers stopped them and score. Russell Wilson makes a guy miss, scrambles, slides, in my opinion, a little early. And that will just give them a couple of extra yards here. How am I supposed to put the time? I have to constantly change it. I mean, I did have the football in the other game, but it's a lot of work, man. Maybe I'll do it next game. Who am I going for? I'm not going for anyone. I'm not really cheering for anyone. Russell Wilson running. Ooh, was that a face mask? Great tackle if that wasn't a face mask. But the 49er who tackled Russell Wilson is down. It looks, is that Solomon Thomas? Wow, a big man catching Russell Wilson on the edge. Oh, that was Blair. All right. Nice play. Hurt his hammy, though. Whew. 3:30 remaining in the game. Ronald Blair is down after making a fantastic tackle versus Russell Wilson. You want me to put timeouts? We'll see. I can just tell you them right now. It's 3 timeouts for San Fran and 1 for Seattle. I'll let you know when they take a timeout every time. You guys are extra with your timeouts and your time and your football. Okay. If the 49ers lose this game, I want to ask you guys a question. Who's the best team in the NFL if the 49ers lose? I would look up Joel Hernandez. I would look up on Reddit, NFL Reddit streams. Oh, Yahoo Sports app, apparently. I'm gay. All right. I am very happy. Russell Wilson throws to Josh the Flash Gordon on 3rd and 6 for the first down on his patented slant route. That's his first catch as a Seahawk, his first catch of the game, but it's a critical one. Wilson hands off to Christopher Carson, and he gets about 4 yards. Yusef misses Gordon. Yusef, did you just get in this chat or am I losing it? Blair's a good player. If they lose him, that's bad. Kevin Stewart says, funny, Gordon always dropped Brady's slant passes. All right, to the 2-minute warning. The Seahawks are on San Francisco's 32-yard line. San Fran has 3 timeouts remaining. Seattle has 1. Seattle could potentially get San Fran to waste all their timeouts and score a touchdown, or just score a field goal and put the pressure back on Jimmy G and the 49ers. All right, let's read these. Let's read these, chat. Guys, we're at 67 likes. Let's get to 69. 2 more people. That's Gronk's favorite number. Show some respect to number 87. Joel says Seattle would be the best team. Turtle says Pats. Madden says Hawks. Philip. Kalia Phillip. I believe I'm saying your first name right. Ravens. Evil says Dolphins. Turtle, let's see him easily. Imagine Madden says Hawks or Pats. Sammy says Ravens vs. Texans is game of the week. Tyree says Ravens. Really? Imagine Madden says Seahawks. Erica says, in my opinion, the Ravens. Turtle says Saints and Ravens. Imagine Madden says Patriots. Club says Browns. Haha. Anthony says Saints. Tyree is freaking out that teams with 2 losses should not be the best team in the league. Evil says Dolphins. Andre says Raiders. If 49ers lose, it's Ravens, says Chris. Imagine Madden says breaking news. Brady has injury on his right hand. Stidham is going to take some snaps and see how Brady is feeling. Is this actually a real thing or no? Patriots all day, says Tyree. Alexis says, let's go Miami. Robert says, 49ers, let's go. 400 to 1 bet on Miami. Turtle says, well said. What? Well, first I said Pats. Flush. Savior of the universe. Eddie says 46.5 was the over-under, getting close. I'm not showing no screen, man. 2 minutes from the 32-yard line of the 49ers. Russell Wilson, Hollister, the tight end, Carson, the back, 3 receivers to the right in a trip set. Carson, 1 yard on second down. 3rd and 1. My feed is slow. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know what to do. It's a delayed stream because I'm live and you guys are watching it. I mean, I can't really help it. What's going on, new viewers? We got a hell of an ending to this game. Of course, this game was built up to be one of the best games so far this year. Hasn't been great, but the ending has been good. Gronk spike the like button if you just joined. Subscribe to the channel if you're an NFL fan, as this channel is exclusively NFL. And comment your thoughts. Who's going to win? On 3rd and 1, the Seahawks are stuffed. Nick Bosa's loving it, too. Mitch Milani Army is the best NFL team. Oh. Bro, what are you talking about? Says, I find it hilarious that anyone not named Lamar is even in the MVP combo. How many more minutes? I will give you the exact digits right now. 1:41 left in the fourth. Did you see the KSI fight? No, but I heard he won. Was it good? Bro says, I had the Niners winning, but looks like I might be wrong. We'll have to see, man. This is going to be a good ending. Fourth and 2. The Seahawks are going to go for it with the 49ers on one timeout. Instead, the Seahawks take a timeout. Will the Seahawks decide to go for it? Or will they kick the field goal? If the Seahawks go for it, they make it, the game is pretty much over, and then the Seahawks can decide to kick the field goal and win. If they don't make it, the game's tied. It goes to overtime unless the 49ers go down the field with their one timeout and they score. So this is interesting. I think it's kind of bold if you go for it here. But you have Russell Wilson. All right, so they called the timeout, and I guess they called it to get their kicker on there. But Jason Myers is 3 for 8 on field goals from 40-plus yards. So that's under 50%. Don't know how much, it would be a bold call to go for it, but all right, let's see if Myers can make this. Myers' kick is up. Myers' kick is right down the dang center, and that's 24-21 for the Seahawks. So it's Jimmy G buckets time. Jimmy Gucci Garops. Jimmy GQ. Jimmy Pornstar, Jimmy Aaron Andrews. Let's see if he can Dak Prescott and loosen up the hips and get out there. This will be a great ending. Erica says, what do you think is going to be the best game this year? The Super Bowl. I'm really looking forward to Patriots Chiefs. But I think any of these NFC games between the Niners and the Saints, Niners Ravens could be good. It's tough. Hard to know. It could be a random game. What's going on, new viewers? Game's intense. Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 career game-winning drives. He's trying to do it for the 5th time in his career. 1:39 left in the 4th. 24-21 Seahawks. Up by 3. San Fran, down by 3. 1 timeout. 1st and 10. Jimmy G without Emmanuel Sanders, without George Kittle. Can he do it? Pressure on Jimmy G. It was almost picked off by KJ right over the middle. The veteran linebacker read the eyes of Jimmy G, but no siree. You have to catch the ball, and that's why he plays on defense. I think he out-jumped it. He out-jumped it, man. Second and 10, 1:36 left. Jimmy G. Incomplete. Nobody's getting open. There is no Kittle. There is no Sanders. It's tough right now to get open versus any secondary without your top 2 weapons. Do I think the Ravens are going to make the Super Bowl? Right now, no, but I think they'll make the AFC Championship. All right, 3rd and 10. Shanahan's intense. Kittle's on the edge of his seat. The 49er faithful is seeing if Jimmy GQ can do it. 3rd and 10. Oh, little jumpy jump. Let's see what happened here. Encroachment on the Seahawks. So that will be 3rd and 5. That's a massive penalty. Ezekiel Ansah jumped offside early, allowing for the 5 yards. This opens up the Niners playbook. That's a terrible play. I mean, we saw that last night. I believe the Vikings did that. I believe. Oh, no. Packers did that. All right. I think it's going to be 4th and 1 unless they give Dwelly the first down here. A little stick route to the left. I thought he was a yard short, but they're going to give him the first down, and the Niners hurry up so that they can't review it. Garoppolo steps up, is almost picked off again by Bobby Wagner with excellent coverage on the display there by the Seahawks. 1:10 left in the 4th. Garoppolo, under pressure, trying to find someone open, can just not find many people open right now. He's trying to make something happen. And Clowney's been in his face all day. In his face. 1:10 in the 4th. Garoppolo 1 for 4 for 5 on this drive. 2nd and 10. Garoppolo passes to Coleman. Coleman gets the first down. Coleman past the 50-yard line to the 47 of the Seahawks. Jimmy G with 1 minute left. On the move. Hurry up offense. 21 point. They need a field goal to tie. 53, 52. 1 timeout remaining. Garoppolo with 4 receivers. Garoppolo screen. Coleman. The screen is set up, but there is not much of a place to go. Wagner wraps him up. 42-yard line. This is a new kicker. This is not Robbie Gould. This is a new kicker. This is Chase McLaughlin, who played with the Chargers. He's not bad, but they need to get him in good position to kick this ball. Garoppolo, 2nd and 4, out to the flat to Coleman. That's a first down, but it's inbounds with 20 seconds left. Shanahan calls a timeout. 18 seconds left in the 4th. Coleman could not make his way out of bounds, so that's massive. Great tackle by the Seahawks. 18 seconds left, so the 49ers rather have 1 play inbounds and spike, or plays and getting out of bounds. That is how it's going down right now. Great tackle by Wright. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 37. 18 seconds remaining in the 4th. But tight set to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Jimmy, throw over the middle to Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's down. They're trying to get up to spike the ball. Jimmy G. And they're calm. They're spiking it, and they spike it at the 29 of the Seahawks. Perfect play, perfect execution. Now it's time for the kicker to do his one job and put it through the dang posts. Will he do it here? In the pregame, he made a 57-yarder. So, I mean, I think he can do it. Guys, give me a 1 if he's going to make it. Give me a 2 if he's going to miss. Right down the middle. Easy money for McLaughlin. 24-24. 1 second remaining in the 4th. Jimmy GQ, Mr. Clutch, comes through. This is a good ending to an important game in the NFC West. So we're going to have overtime. Interesting. I think the Seahawks, honestly, I think the Seahawks have played the better game and been the better team. But the 49ers have gotten through some adversity in this game. And I would not count them out from winning this game. Like, I think I would favor the Hawks to win this overtime. They are getting, I mean, we'll have to see if they get the ball in overtime first, but this is going to be a good overtime. All right, so Lockett takes a knee because they had 1 second left on the kickoff. So we'll have to see who wins in overtime. Guys, if you are new, make sure that you do Gronk spike the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more NFL videos, live streams, analysis just like this. Follow me on Twitter at Mclaughlin. I think it comes down to what defense can make a play here. Now, Niners defense has made more plays, but you can't count out Russell the Houdini Wilson. Guys, give me your prediction right now. What's going to happen? Give me team that's going to win and what's going to happen. Field goal, touchdown, and who scores it. Let me know. Sherman out for the coin toss. I don't know where Ghost is at. I told you that Coleman would get those points, though. The Seahawks want the ball. They won the toss, so they will get the ball. Russell Wilson will get the ball. And remember the overtime rules. First team, if you score a touchdown, it's over. If the Seahawks do not score a touchdown but kick a field goal, 49ers get the ball back. Obviously, if they punt, the 49ers get a chance. So touchdown or safety ends the game. Field goal, the other team gets a chance. Loretta says 27-24 Niners. Ugly Boy says Seattle's going to win. Yusef says Hawks win the toss. Eddie says Hawks, Jimmy throws interception and Hawks score touchdown. Tyree says Hawks touchdown. Daniel says Sherman pick 6 off Wilson for the touchdown. Ooh. Hitman says 49ers. Kevin says OT, way to hang, Mitch. Thank you, Kevin. As you can tell by my eyes, I am very tired. Volcanics says Wilson has only had 1 interception. That is an unlikely result. Unlikely, but possible. Linda says 49er is going to win. All right. All right. And I'll change my screen to overtime. OT. Hey, I just want you guys to know that before this game I said 27-24 Niners. So just have that in the back of your mind, please. Thank you. 10 minutes left, of course, in overtime. So it's a 10-minute overtime. And you guys, I just said the rules. Yeah, this game's over. 24-24. Is Josh Gordon playing? Yes, he has 1 catch for 13 yards. Hasn't played a lot, though. I don't have money on either team, honestly. And I don't care who wins. All right, Wilson. Screen. Turner gains about 9 on the screen, so that will set up a 2nd and short. Flash is going to get the game winner. That would be something else. 2nd and 3. Wilson throws it up to Metcalf, and it's incomplete. Metcalf almost made the play, but not enough. Alex says Messi or Ronaldo. Wrong football, but tough question. I like them both, honestly. If I had to choose better all time, I would say Messi. I do feel like Ronaldo has kind of been better for like the last like 3 to 4 years though. But I feel like Messi is a better overall player. All right, 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in overtime. 3rd and 3, Wilson. He completes it to guess who? Flash. Savior of the universe. On the slant again, he beats Sherman for the first down. Nice catch by Gordon. 1st and 10. 9 minutes left in overtime. Wilson, with time, dumps it to Carson, and it goes right through Carson's hands. Yusef says Gordon. Hot Take says Flash Gordon height. Tevin Coleman is a GOAT, says Kevin Durkant. Eddie says, I got them crack packs. Martin says 27-24 Niners. Cam Newton or Michael Vick, says Jose. That's a tough question. I don't know. Russell Wilson, 2nd and 10. Rolls to the left, rolls to the right, but he runs right into a defender, but he escapes it. And he ends up getting 3 yards onto a scramble. He should have been sacked. But he didn't go down. He refused to go down. Who's faster? Lamar Jackson, easily. Not even competition. What team do I like? Patriots. Derek says, why can't you show the game? Copyright. What would happen if these teams tied in a playoff game? The game would continue. 49ers are my favorite team since I was small, says Martin. Well, you're probably enjoying this season. Punter 10 says Niners or Seahawks. I'm picking the Niners, but I don't know. 3rd and 16 after... Oh, did they call him dead on the spot? I was reading the comments. Russell Wilson throws it, and it's complete on 3rd and 16! And Turner gets to the 49ers 32-yard line. And Pete Carroll with the fist pump. He's ready to go. Russell Wilson with the clutch play. Russell Wilson making magic. Turner just buying time to get open. And that's what they teach the Seahawk receivers. Never give up on the play. Make the play. And that's what happened there. Seahawks are going for the throat. Wilson, 1st and 10. Only with 200 yards in this game, by the way. Previous play is under review. $7:26 left in overtime. Hot Take says Russ for MVP. No debate anymore. Jose says, you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that. Trivia. That sucks, man. Martin wants the Niners to win so bad. Over 100 people. Oh, did he step up? I don't think he stepped out. I don't think he stepped out from that view. Gavin says same. Joel's getting those goosebumps. No, can't see the game, but I'm describing it for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. 7:26 left. Tyler Lockett is injured on the sidelines, by the way. He hasn't been seen on this drive at all. That's why Turner and Gordon have been the receivers. 1st and 10. In 49er territory, Russell Wilson. At the 32, Wilson motions Turner to the left. Wilson trying to find time. He does. He finds his tight end, Hollister, who gets to the 18. Hollister's been a key player in this game. All right, 1st and 10, 6:30 left. 19-yard line, handoff to Carson. Carson breaks a tackle. Carson tries to break another, but he can't. To the 14-yard line of the 49ers. 6:20 left in overtime. If the Seahawks score a touchdown, it's over, bro. Turtle's rooting very hard for the Hawks. Thank you, Jose. Six minutes remaining. Kyle Shanahan getting nervous. Pete Carroll getting antsy. No problem. 2nd and 5. 5:50. Wilson. Throws it, it's intercepted by the 49ers. Wilson was looking for Hollister, but he's picked off. And he's still going. To the 50. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 49ers take over. And the 49ers fans are going absolutely ballistic. George Kittle is literally crying almost. So Wilson had pressure from Boza, had to get rid of the ball, and picked off. Picked off. Wow. The Seahawks look like they were that close to winning this football game, and now it's Greenlaw takes it away. Greenlaw, no Quan Alexander stepping up. .534 left in overtime. Jimmy hands off to, I believe that's Mostert, for 3 or 4 yards. Thank you, Jose. You're behind me. Really? Wow. Yeah, even if he had an open receiver, he didn't have much time to decide because there was a guy right in his face. Nick Bosa was getting there with the pressure. 2nd and 7. I'm looking behind me. I don't see anyone, guys. Jimmy Garoppolo throws it out of bounds. Who do I think is the best player on the Seahawks? Russell Wilson. Martin is going to scream. 3rd and 7 for the Niners. Jadeveon Clowney has been in the face of Jimmy all day long. All night long. Lionel Richie. 3rd and 7. 46-yard line and timeout for San Francisco. Thank you guys for joining me. 121 people in here. 79 likes, though. I mean, I feel like we could at least get up to 90. Can we get up to 90 likes? Thank you, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Timeout right now for the 49ers. I'm thinking, I mean, when they've needed a play, they've gone to Bourne because Sanders isn't out there. Kittle isn't out there. They could go. Bourne's far to the left. They could go to Debo, though. They throw it to Mostert out of the backfield. Ooh, that's a nice, juicy spot by that referee. I don't know about that one. Jimmy with a nice touch on the pass allows Mostert to run up the field. Let's see if he got that first down. Okay, yeah, he got the first down. Got the first down. First and 10. 24-24. Garoppolo hands it off. And that's 8 yards for Mostert. Interesting. We haven't seen Breida. We haven't seen Coleman on this at all. Whoa, air behind me. Holy smokes. 2nd and 2. What is with the look behind me thing? 4:15 left in overtime. 2nd and 2. Garoppolo. Hands off. And he's stuffed. Mostert is stuffed. So this is going to bring up a big 3rd down. Why do you want me to look behind? Can we stop spamming, guys? A real serious game's going on right now. It's a lot of fun. 3:40 left. 49ers 3rd and 2. If they don't get this, they can kick a field goal for the win. 3rd and 2 at the 32. Debo motions into the slot. Jimmy hands off. Extra effort. We'll have to see if that's a first down for Mostert. They're marking him short by about a yard, so I'm thinking the 49ers will kick the field goal. All right, 4th and 1. Rocky's behind me. Yeah, exactly. 4th and 1, 3:10 left. I'm thinking, I mean, the 49ers could go for it here, but it wouldn't probably be wise because if you don't get it, then the Seahawks have a chance to win with the field goal. You can win it, though, with the field goal. The only thing is, this guy is not your real kicker, but he's been successful so far in this game, so you kind of have to trust him. Who are my moderators? They're doing a very poor job today. I'm adding Turtle as a moderator. They're still reviewing if he was short or not. It's really impossible to see whether he was short or not because there's just a huge clump of people in the middle of the field. The Ravens are officially #1. I don't know. Border says, were you rooting for either team? No. No. I picked the 49ers, but I wasn't rooting for them. What have I done? Oh, no. You have to be a long time subscriber to be a moderator. All right, to win the game, to go to 9-0. 47-yard attempt. McLaughlin for the 49ers. Did they just ice the kicker? Seahawks ice the kicker. I wonder how McLaughlin's feeling at this moment. If you guys think he's going to make it, 1. If you guys think he's going to miss it, 2. McLaughlin for the win. Misses! It's no good! I believe it was blocked. I'll have to see the replay, but I believe it was blocked. It was shanked. Really bad. This game might be a tie. Oh! No, it wasn't blocked. Just a terrible kick. Just a terrible kick. Guys, we're at 98 likes. Let's get to 100 likes for a tie. Potentially. Russell Wilson will get the ball back in pretty good field position with a pretty good kicker. Kyle Shanahan is rattled. Russell Wilson at the 37-yard line. His own 37. 3:06 left in OT. Handoff to Carson. Carson gets past the 40 to the 45. McLaughlin. Niners missed the kick. Second and 3. Niners still have a timeout, and Seahawks still have a timeout. Trips to the right. Another handoff for Carson, but that goes absolutely nowhere. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Seahawks. Huge 3rd and 3. I'm starting to think this is going to be a tie. Starting to think it. We're almost down to 2 minutes, guys. Okay, from now on, if anyone says behind you, moderators just block them. 3rd and 2. All right, another timeout. I caught the second win. I got motivated, bro. Hot Take Hockey says, this is crazy. I can't show the game because of copyright. Guys, thank you guys for being here on the stream. It's been a long one. It's been a good one. It's been a fun one. Hope you've enjoyed. I've enjoyed it. If you're just joining, thank you guys for also joining in. Benjamin says hello from Germany. Thank you, Benjamin, for joining up on the stream. If you guys haven't, subscribe to the channel. This is an NFL exclusive channel. Only NFL content on this channel. Multiple times a week. Almost every day there's a video about NFL on this channel. If you enjoy the live content, you'll love this channel. Live streams every week of the best games of the week. Fantasy content, picks weekly. And you can also follow me on Twitter, where it says @MitchMclaughlin. Okay, so back from the commercial. 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in overtime. Jack says hello from Croatia. What's up, Jack? And a timeout from Seattle. They're really trying to make this game as long as humanly possible. Tegan said she subscribed and liked. Thank you, Tegan. Who do you think is going to win? Right now, I have to give the advantage to the Seahawks. I think it's going to be very hard for the 49ers to win unless they get a turnover. What's up, Caesar? Hector says, let's go Hawks. Samuel says, it's a tie. Blaze says, yo, what's up, Blaze? Sammy says, like 20 minutes ago, they were below 100 people. Tyler says, I'm hoping the Niners win. Robot Guy says, longest game ever. Tegan put hearts. Hal put hello to Croatia from China. Hal, I didn't even know you're in China, man. Russell Wilson throws it up for Metcalf, and it's incomplete. So, it will be 4th and 2. I think it's going to be a tie because there's only 1:57 left. It's 4th and 2. Seahawks will rather go for it or they'll punt. No, I don't know if it's going to be a tie. I'm just joking around. Caesar said, I subscribed and I liked it. You really made my day. Thank you. Thank you, Caesar. Somebody win. Exactly. Exactly. Are they going to fake this? Dixon punts it away on 4th and 2, which is making it more likely it will be a tie. And a fair catch. So the 49ers, with 1:50 left and a timeout, they're going to give it to Jimmy GQ. They're going to give it to porn star Jimmy. They're going to give it to Gucci Jimmy Garops. And we'll see if he can do it. If you think Gucci Garops can lead his team down the field for a field goal, put a 1. If you think the Seahawks defense will stand up and stop him, put a 2. William says, I subscribed, love the channel. Thank you, William. Can Jimmy do it twice? They're at the 20. Jimmy tipped up in the air from the defensive line, and that's incomplete. 1:46 left in overtime. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line, guys. Multiple people that asked that. Look at this. Lots of ones, all right? Lots of belief in Jimmy Garops. 0, says John. Who's my favorite team? The Patriots. 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. Throws over the middle to Pettis, and he drops it. Could have been intercepted off the hands of Pettis. This has been a constant problem for Garoppolo tonight. His receivers cannot catch. Third and 10, 1:42. So, another big 3rd and 10. Another situation where you need a go-to guy. And you have to wonder if the 49ers don't make this, do they punt it away? Or do they go for it? I know it's in their 20 and they would be conceding defeat if they went for it and didn't get it. Garoppolo throws down the field to Deebo Samuel. And it's incomplete. He had the step on Griffin. But Jimmy just couldn't put enough air on it. And Griffin makes a good play. Samuel beat him. Samuel had him. But good play by Griffin to get his hands in there. Good play. 4th down and 10. 215 people in here. We have 114 likes, guys. Gronk, spike that like button. Let's get up to 150. Let's go. 24-24, punt away from the 49ers. 132 left in overtime. Seahawks getting the ball. A little move made to the 35-yard line by Moore. So Russell Wilson, the MVP of football, many will say, will get the football here with 1:25 left in OT. You look like my cousin, but the white version. Okay. Just Clip says, I subbed. Thank you, Just Clips. Appreciate it. Great defense, says Kevin. Amazing defense. Tyler says, can this game move any slower? Nope. That's why it's hard to actually commentate it right now. 1st and 10. 1:25 left in OT. One final time. Russell Wilson throws it out of the backfield to Carson to the 40-yard line. So 2nd down and 5. Maybe 6. Will the Seahawks score? That is the question. 2nd and 7. 1:21 left in OT. Russell Wilson finds his man Hollister, but the pass made Hollister come up short of the 1st down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 1, maybe 2. Emmanuel says, love your content. Thank you, Emmanuel. I'm shaking, says Punter. No fumble. Love you, Mitch, says Loretta. Thank you. Love you too. 3rd and 3. Wilson moves up in the pocket. He has enough for the 1st down. The 45, the 40. And he dives into the 37-yard line of the 49ers. Russell Wilson doing some signals on his head. So he's trying to get them going. 55 seconds left in overtime. They're trying to get in a situation where Myers can kick the field goal. Screen to Metcalf. Metcalf to the 30-yard line. So this is close. They have no timeouts, though. They got to spike the ball. 40 seconds, 39 seconds, 38 seconds, 36 seconds, 35. I skipped 37. 34, 33, 32. Wilson snaps it. Carson, ball. Carson, 1st down. Carson to the 24. Seahawks are... What are they doing? They got to spike the ball. 20 seconds. They got to get in a good situation, and I believe they're going to spike it right here. And I believe they're going to bring out Myers for the field goal. Flat or round earth? I'll have to go with round there, sir. Manuel says, does a field goal win the game? Yes, sir, it does. All right. 2nd and 10. 4 seconds left in overtime. 248 viewers. Thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't already, Gronk, spike the like button. Jason Myers, if you believe he's going to win this game, give me a 1. If you believe he's not, give me a 2. This could be the Niners' first loss of the season. The Niners iced the kicker. So, he did make that kick on the ice. We'll see if that affects him at all. Lots of ones. All right, everyone thinks he's going to make it. There's a couple people that don't think it. Orlando Davis says 2. Jack says 2. Daniel says 2. A few people are saying he's not going to make it. But mostly 1s. Nino says 1. All right. For the game, Myers, who they signed to a pretty good contract. It's up And it is good. The Seahawks win 27-24 and provide the 49ers with their first loss of the 2019 NFL season. Great game, great ending, good drama. Both quarterbacks fought their butts off. Both defenses played very well. Very good game. I enjoyed it. Started off a little slow. Good fourth quarter. Great overtime. I want to see more games like this, and I'm excited for their next matchup. If you're a 49ers fan, don't hang your head. You're without George Kittle. You're without Emmanuel Sanders. You know, the offense had to work with less, and their defense played pretty well considering everything. If you're a Seahawks fan, you should be pumped. They beat a team that was undefeated. They're a step closer to maybe winning the division with a huge win within the division versus a rival, versus a team that's first in their division. So, great game all around. Seahawks, I think, really, where they won the game was their defensive line was better than expected. Their defensive line caused pressure on Jimmy. Their defensive line was better versus the run than expected, and I think that's really where they were able to win this game. So, that's my analysis. That's my breakdown. That's my reaction. Thank you guys for joining me here live tonight for Monday Night Football, week number 10 of the 2019 season. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. We have everything NFL on this channel, including live streams every single week. And comment after if you are not watching this live. Let me know your thoughts on the game. And follow me on Twitter at Mitch Mclaughlin. That's all I have to say, guys. Thank you again. It's been a fun night. It's been a fun stream. And we'll see you soon. Peace.